Welcome to Around the Mage Table. This is episode 63 of the podcast for the rest of us. We'll say a quick hello to everyone. I ask you, how you doing today?
Hey, how's it going?
And Lithian, how you doing? Oh, nice whiskey.
You didn't answer the question. He said, "How are you doing? How are you doing?" I asked.
No, that door has closed. He is not allowed to tell us now.
He messed it up. He doesn't get another chance.
Lithian, how you doing?
I'm doing great, except my wallet is a little lighter for some reason.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Yeah, don't worry. Hey, Lithian, I I have paid for a lot of tickets this weekend, so I hear you feeling. I hear how you feeling. Scrap, how you
for
doing?
Haywire, and he's not even going.
Scrap, how you doing?
Like, I'm doing good.
All right. Okay, so today I want to start with some, let's call it housekeeping, some admin, okay? I'm gonna ask a favor of our viewers, all right? So first things first, let's switch over. We are going to first and foremost change our YouTube channel name, which, if you're familiar with it, is called the Mythic Dungeon League. We did that. This channel was created years ago when Scrap and I, along with someone else, created the Mythic Dungeon League, which is our Discord name. And of course, our website's mythicdungeonleague.com, which still exists. But we made this YouTube channel to show off all of our Twitch streams of events we did. You may have heard us talk about this in the past. But we are now realizing that the podcast is our content. So we are going to change the YouTube page name to Around the Mage Table. We'll have the logo updated to our ATMT logo. Scrap, in fact, you're working on a new, not logo, but like a sticker.
It's not a logo.
I know, it's not a logo.
Yeah, it's just additional art. I don't want you to make it the logo.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Okay.
But anyways, so if you see that change, don't freak out. It's just, we figured it made more sense to have the consistency. But what we are going to ask of our viewers, and I will say that we're actually very fortunate because I feel like we have a good base subscriber number that matches what our usual viewer count is, and we appreciate that. But I'm willing to bet there are a ton of you out there who are watching without subscribing. We are going to ask, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, do the whole algorithm, like stuff, leave comments and all that stuff. The reason why is we are trying to gear ourselves up to be a little more serious of a contender for things like interviews from Blizzard. As we prepared for BlizzCon, which we'll talk about in a little bit, we kind of started realizing that we are out of the realm of what would be considered a WoW partner. And we're wanting to try to aim for achieving that status, mostly because I feel like we are kind of a news source for some people, even though they may have heard it from somewhere else first. And
yeah.
We're a news source. We're a news source for Scrap.
Yeah, we're certainly a news source for Scrap.
I feel like
you subscribe, Scrap.
Yeah, we fill in. I don't know if I am subscribed. We fill this niche of like news that you would hear from a guy that you're on the subway with, where it's like you're like, I don't know if that's exactly right, but it's he's saying it very confidently, and it's probably generally right,
Well, and we started this podcast, and I think we fill the niche of not having the same viewpoint that you would hear on every other WoW podcast. That isn't to say, like, okay, so for example, Talius and Evatail, they have a different viewpoint than maybe Max and Potty C versus, the Bench and Tettles and Squishy would have. And that's great. But like, there's still somewhere where it's not our jobs to play WoW like it is for all these other people. And we all have full-time jobs. We all have other responsibilities that come way before WoW. This channel isn't an intended revenue source for us. However, it would be nice if it did pay for us to go to BlizzCon because everyone else got free tickets. We did not.
Yeah.
But again, we'll talk about that in a minute. So anyways, our goal is we want to become a little more serious. We have a lofty goal of hitting, I don't know, let's start with 5,000 subscribers. And we'll go from there. But if you haven't already, again, please just hit the subscribe button. Continue to help the algorithm push us up in the ranks. We'd really appreciate that. I mentioned this before. Like, it was a moment of pride for me that when I went on the forum, because Lithian argues that we're like the 100th worst podcast of WoW. It was a point of pride for me that when I went and searched the forums, there was a post someone had made, and I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but where someone actually listed us as one of their top 3 podcasts. All right. And I'm very happy because you guys in the comments, whenever you leave comments, almost always it's like, dude, you guys rock, and so happy you have another episode, et cetera, et cetera. So again, please just help us feed that algorithm. Let's keep climbing. We really appreciate y'all. We're going to continue to be a little more serious, a little more organized, try to do things like more YouTube shorts. And as much as I regret it, I'm going to try to get involved with more TikTok stuff. If you guys see something you think would make a great short content, put it in the comment and tell us, and I'll make one really quick. We're not professional at this, but we are going to try to take it a little more serious. So
Yeah,
that's-
don't
I
think
get
that's
it.
gonna change. Like I feel like yeah, I mean, you're gonna get this. We're not gonna suddenly become fake and podcasty. Like I don't have any intentions of being more professional. I
You're
told
just
Frank
not gonna get good.
I was talking to the Discord. I was like, if we interview let's say we happen to get an interview with a dev, I'm gonna ask him about the login screen. Like even if they tell me not to, like
I don't think they tell you not to. I think, and we shouldn't be naive to think that whatever question we would ask that we would think maybe would be a different either approach or just completely different angle than anyone else would consider. I don't think we're going to get those mind-blowing answers that they, no one gets past the devs because they're all trained to do this.
Yeah, they've never been past me though.
But who knows? Maybe we can do something amazing. The other thing I should mention is our aim is to move the podcast to being released on Mondays. So what we're going to start doing is there might be a little bit of a lag. Initially, we thought, oh, we have to get the news out right away. It's important that if something happens, we like make an episode that night or whatever. And so what ended up happening, we do like a Wednesday or Thursday because that's when the news would usually trickle out. But we're going to start doing them over the weekend. So right now we're recording on Saturday. This will launch on Monday. I should take a quick second to talk about the fact that next Saturday we have our charity stream. If you haven't already followed us on Twitch, twitch.tv/MDLFrank, we will be doing a 24-hour stream for the Extra Life Marathon. I'll get more on that later. Just want to plug that real quick. Yeah, we're going to try to have these out on Monday. So again, it seems like a lot of people consume their podcast content earlier in the week. Our videos do better when we launch them earlier in the week. And so you should start seeing those Monday, Tuesday at the latest, again, because we might have something come up over the weekend where we record a different day.
Frank, let's move on to some content now.
Okay, here's some good
Oh.
content that you would be an expert on. Scrap,
Okay, perfect.
give us a review.
Oh, I got one of these. This is some good WoW. I guess this is gamer content,
This
right?
gamer-
Like Baja Blast.
You argued last week that you're a gamer. This is your gamer literal slice of pie.
Gamer cred, I went and got one of these. I had to call 4 Taco Bells before I found one that had them, and she only had 2 left. And I said, save one for me. She was like, I can't do that. I was like, I'll be there in 10 minutes, please. So I got one of these. Honestly, I tried it with 2 of my.
I'm
So what, you would pause
blown
and put
away that you got not only someone, but 5 different Taco Bells
God.
to answer their
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, dude, Fredericksburg is stacked with Taco Bells. Like
That answer their
So-
phone. They're not like doing
Yeah.
other shit. Okay, anyways, sorry. Go on.
No, yeah, they all answered their phone. Good on them. Like, sorry, one of the places I went through the drive-through, and then that's when I found out that they were sold out, and I was like, oh shit, I have to call around because
Okay.
we were all hyped for this shit, right? I tried it with 2 of my other friends. They both took a bite and were like, absolutely not. I ate 2 pieces of pie, and my stomach was hurting so bad that night. But as far as taste review, it tastes kind of like a key lime pie, and it's like the consistency of like a key lime, like a custardy kind of pie. And it has that Baja Blast taste. It's good. I think it's good. If you like Baja Blast,
I
and you
like-
key lime pie. You like.
I like
it.
key lime pie. Baja
Yeah.
Blast is a little bit too sweet for me.
It's very sweet, but I kind of don't like the crust is really good. It kind of gets rid of some of that sweetness. I don't think it's as like rich as like a cheesecake. It's it's got that kind of limey taste. So yeah, if you can get one of these and you're a Baja Blast gamer like I am, like do it. However,
I'm
if you
not
have a
that.
sensitive stomach, just like clear your evening just in case.
Oh my God, dude. I don't even want to know.
I had a long
don't wanna
night
know.
afterwards. But
That's
I still
terrible.
have it. Oh, I should have. I didn't know you were gonna talk about this, Frank. I would go grab it and had a piece on the pod. Like,
Why?
'cause I
And
still
So
then
we
have
can have the
halfway
episode end in
through-
20 minutes?
Yeah.
I know.
Halfway
No,
through,
I
you should be
got
like,
that.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Yeah, no, I still have half in my fridge, and it's sounding kind of good right now. I can't decide if I'm gonna take another plunge because it is good. But yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's my
Alright.
review.
Other
Yummy.
gaming news that's not WoW related because we're trying to again expand the brand. Did you guys see that
Oh.
GTA 6 got delayed? Oh shit.
Again?
What's new,
Like,
man?
I can understand people being, like, upset about this because you want it so bad, but I know that they're putting out a good ass fucking game, so, like, they can take as long as they want.
I
If they
don't
need to perfect it, do it by all
I don't have,
means.
and actually I meant to ask you this on Discord. So one of the reasons someone on Twitter said like, "Oh, come on guys, like give Rockstar a break." Now granted, we'll talk about why they should
Yeah.
be given a break in a second, but and they posted a video of Red Dead Redemption 2, which I know you and Haywire have
Cool.
been talking about a lot lately. Haywire's playing it right
One of
now.
my top 5 games ever.
Apparently there's
So
a
good.
mission where you fly as a UFO in that. Is that right?
I don't remember
Which
that.
one?
You
I
fly
don't know.
in an air balloon at one point.
I don't know. It looked like a UFO. Anyways, they were showing like the 3D rendering of the
Air
clouds in
balloon,
Red Dead Redemption
UFO.
2, which by the way is like what a 10-year
Yeah.
old game now. And it looks
Yeah, it's so
gorgeous.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
it's
this.
the air balloon.
Here's the
but-
problem, Scrap. People were saying the
Mhm.
reason why it's happening is because there was a union busting set of firing of like 30 or so developers, and like morale has just like plummeted. And
Yeah.
they're saying they even think it might be delayed until 2027. But anyways, that's all, of course,
Look,
hearsay.
They're like, so far track record, they do not put out a game until it's perfect,
Yeah.
right? Until it's
Yeah.
like genre set it like defining perfection. So I'm glad that even okay, like maybe I'm not glad they're union busting, like that sucks, but kind of like
And again, that's
all video
that's
game companies are evil.
rumored, not
So,
confirmed.
yeah. Whatever. Like I'm not down with that, but like if that has
Whatever.
caused them to need to delay it to keep up the quality of work, I don't mind. Like I intend to still be alive in November, so it doesn't really affect me that much.
You
So,
said you do plan on being alive?
I do plan on being alive, so I'm not like worried like, oh, like am I gonna be dead before this comes out?
Let's move on to our topic
Mhm.
then of the BlizzCon going on sale.
Yep.
I want to reference back to you saying you'd be alive in November. When I asked you
Yep.
if you wanted a ticket to BlizzCon, you said, "I'm not sure I'm going to be alive." What are you talking about?
No, I didn't say I wasn't sure I was gonna be alive.
I
I could
mean,
have sworn you said
you
that.
could
Did I say
be.
that? No, I was worried I might be pregnant. That's the thing I'm
Uh,
worried about.
Pregnant, alive, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Who knows?
who knows?
I'm just
Who
saying it's
knows?
coming at it's an awkward time in my life. So
An
Okay.
awkward September is an
Yeah.
awkward time.
well, just next
Just,
year. So
No,
Let's
all of next year.
let's
All of
talk
next-
BlizzCon then. Okay.
Mhm.
So as I kind of mentioned earlier, we have decided, and Scrap, you aren't 100%, but you have a ticket.
I bought
So
a ticket. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but we have decided as a podcast that we are going to go to BlizzCon next year. I am very excited. I think not necessarily because of the conference itself. Like, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if there's going to be any WoW major announcement, right? There might be some Classic Plus stuff we're going to talk about in just a second, but I can't see. We have an expansion launching in March or whatever, February, March. I would be surprised if we were even at the launch of the second patch of Midnight, let alone enough to tell us what patch 3.
yeah, they're gonna do they're gonna have at least talked about it like by then.
What
Probably
the
be launching the second patch.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be 6 months. Will be September. So that patch may
Yeah.
have. But like, here's the reason why I don't think it's going to happen. Is because there's no way they're going to have a race to world first going on when BlizzCon will be going on. So it has to be launching right after BlizzCon.
Probably launching right after, yeah. But
right.
they can hype the patch.
Sure, but
at
like
BlizzCon.
at that point, it's going to be it's already been on the PTR. Everything's already been tested. There will be no surprises about that patch. They don't probably want to
Yes, sir.
spoil what the third patch will be because maybe there'll be something that happens as a result of the raid.
Yeah.
It just okay, right? Maybe they give us a teaser for The Last Titan because like maybe something has
Mhm.
developed enough that we'll know like where we're aiming at for The Last Titan, but I just don't see that
Well,
being
okay, so
reality.
I don't so I go to some nerd conventions. I've been going to like Gen Con for like more
Wow.
than 10 years now. And
He
I
says,
love
wow,
nerd
he's been to the
conventions.
last 4 Gen Cons.
Whatever. I go to like MagFest and stuff sometimes. I've been to anime conventions or whatever. Commenters who have been to BlizzCon, what the fuck do you even do at BlizzCon? It doesn't seem to me like it's gonna be that much of a fun convention. Like I'm excited to go to hang out with you guys because like I never met Frank in person. I met Lithian and Io, but like so as like a podcast
I have a
event,
bracelet.
Yeah, as a podcast event, I'm excited to meet you guys. Like, I'll be in one house. Like, it'd be like content house vibes. We'll be in
Yeah.
Anaheim. You know,
We're renting a beach house on
allegedly.
Huntington Beach. No, it's rented. Whether we keep it, we'll see if Lithing
Okay,
commits.
okay, okay.
We're-
But as far as the schedule for BlizzCon, I remember Shawnee talking about going. He's like, yeah, like they did like an opening ceremony, and I cried, and they announced a bunch of stuff and whatever. I'm like, I don't
He
even care if
cried?
they announce stuff. The only reason I find out about shit is from the podcast. Like, I don't even care enough to look into it.
Yeah,
So,
you never
um,
watch the reveals.
tell
I
me,
mean,
tell me,
they're
commenters who have been to BlizzCon,
Okay.
what's your favorite thing about it and
Let's
stuff,
run
and
down what
to
will
do.
be happening at BlizzCon.
Yeah,
okay?
run down. Can you run
Because
my
Lithian
schedule?
had some questions about this too. So first and foremost, just for those who don't already know, tickets went on sale for early bird this past Friday. There'll be another round. I want to say, according to the website where the tickets are held, it's like November 17th or something. But that sounds a little quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, there'll be another round of tickets though. They'll be more expensive because you weren't part of the early birds, you slackers. But there will be a opening ceremony which happens Saturday morning. We can take a quick aside and guess what they might be announcing that isn't, because there's Diablo, there's StarCraft, there's Overwatch, and there's talks about Heroes of the Storm maybe making a resurgence because they're doing a classic tournament of all their old games.
WoW 2 at this
No.
BlizzCon.
They won't. Again, I don't think WoW will be the focal point. What I wouldn't
WoW
be
2.
surprised, okay, is that they maybe have a new StarCraft or maybe like a Warcraft 4, but I don't think so because that would kind of interfere with WoW's stuff. So maybe a StarCraft 3. They'll probably announce a new Diablo expansion. That's almost certain. And maybe a new IP, although they did cancel the other IP, which I think was the player housing team that they bought anyway. So I think that's
Well, I could tell you what they're gonna announce.
what.
They're gonna announce WoW on the console.
We'll get to
They
that
said no
later.
WoW
We'll get to
console.
that later. Don't start.
Sorry.
Don't start.
Spoilers about the console thing.
No, so some people are saying they're gonna have like a StarCraft extraction shooter game, because that's like the big hit game type right now. Of
Yeah.
course,
Oh,
that's just a
man.
rumor, but like that'd be really cool.
That'd be
StarCraft.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
They
good.
haven't done anything with the StarCraft IP in like a really long time, so I
No,
think that's a good bet.
That's why I wouldn't be surprised if they, not even that, if they did like a full-blown StarCraft 3 or something, like an RTS,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, that would be crazy.
Oh man, I was watching Talius and Eva Tales podcast, and they had a really funny, cool idea for StarCraft, but I can't remember it now. Oh, I remember now.
Oh, maybe
So-
the Diablo expansion too.
No, they joked that what Blizzard should do is make a Fellowship clone, but make it in the StarCraft universe.
Oh, that'd be
Dude.
funny.
Oh my god.
One
But
up
nobody even likes
Fellowship.
Fellowship, so
Well,
like, why?
people like it. People like it. Whether it's gonna be popular or not is another story. But
Okay. I think
Yeah.
people are coping when they say they like it.
Well-
Because we were looking at the numbers earlier this week, and it like
Yeah.
fell off hard.
Well,
so there's
I
like
mean,
20,000 concurrent users on it, which
Yeah.
if you look at how many keys are done on
Yeah.
WoW and you're calling WoW a dead game, there's like
Yeah, WoW's
almost a
next
million
dead.
keys being done. Now, granted, obviously keys don't represent players, but
Mhm.
20,000 concurrent players in a given night is
Man.
not as what I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so soon. Yeah, we were looking at
I
it, and we
mean-
were like, oh, like Peak had like more than double.
The
That
only
Peak just launched
person
updates,
here
so-
who's really coping is IO, because he's the
IO
only one I know
coping?
who plays Fellowship.
Yeah, actually, after last night, I might actually be done soon.
What happened
Cope
last
has
night?
Ended.
Oh, it's
I-
ended.
I got to the so I got past the contender to like the Adept League, and we're starting to get to like the point where, like Max was saying,
Where it's hard.
it'd be nice to have a group. Yeah, it definitely is the kind of game where you definitely want to be talking to people you're playing with. Maybe like if I banged my head against the table, I could still make some progress, but like I'm very used to how WoW is. Some things in this game aren't as mechanically visual to me compared to WoW, so sometimes I don't notice some things.
Really?
So when I died to it, yeah, like there is this boss last night where I kept getting like webbed with this other person, and we kept like smacking into each other and being concussed for like stunned for like several seconds, and then this AoE circle that just happened to be moving slowly towards us. This happened like 3 tries on this boss in a row. The tank left. I didn't even know it was on me. By the time I noticed, it was too late. I don't even know what you're supposed to do for it. So
Yeah.
I'm sure someone in the comments would be like, "Well, you dummy, this is what you're supposed to do for it." And but yeah.
Well, and it's still in early access, so you know I've already said that they
Yeah.
need like a dungeon journal of their own.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have like a mini like text warning, like a bigwigs type thing. I know they have the timers, but it'd be nice to get like a big like warning on the screen, like this ability is coming or something.
Well, okay, let's get back to BlizzCon.
Yeah.
So there'll be the main event, right? And then after that will be
what's the main event?
where they announce everything. They'll have
We
like
just go and sit, or we're sitting in chairs. Like, what
well,
does this
so
look like?
okay, that's okay.
Well, that's
so
what they do, right? They announce everything, and then the rest of the con is just you kind of exploring everything.
But what do we do when they announce things? They get everybody in chairs. Like, what does that
no,
look
so
like?
last year or
Have
last
you
time
never
they did
been in like a
BlizzCon.
keynote?
No,
No,
she
I don't even
No.
know what the
Oh.
keynote is.
She hasn't even watched the keynote of the WoW, right? That's again.
I
Like,
don't have a normal
this is the
job like you
podcast
guys
we're
do. I don't
representing.
No,
know.
okay.
Keynote.
Gen Con has a keynote. They have a
Yeah, but everybody's sitting on the floor during the keynote. Like, that's
They'll
before
have
the
chairs. They'll have chairs for everyone.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but
the Gen Con one, everybody's waiting to get in the vendor hall and everyone's sitting on the floor.
I don't even. What are they?
No.
Okay, we're not talking about Gen Con. All right, so
Forget
they'll-
about Gen
that's
Con.
not-
Scrap
last
doesn't
time
go to
I'm
the
trying
thing.
to
Need a frame of
explain it.
okay,
So,
I need a visual.
They'll
What am
have
I
the main
looking at?
hall. It's the main hall, right? It's the biggest room of the whole place, and they'll fill it up with everyone they possibly can. But apparently, last time at BlizzCon, they had an overflow room where you would stand and watch it from another room if there was no room left. Okay.
Okay.
That's part of the reason why I paid for the charity event that they had, because you're guaranteed a seat, like I guess a special front row seat or whatever. I don't know. So I wanted to experience that. I didn't want to be in the standing room area. I even emailed the media team at BlizzCon and said, guys, like, is there any way we can maybe even like live stream it? Because they did have that for other streamers last year. I doubt they'll do anything, but hey, it's worth an ask, right?
Yeah, always ask.
But yeah, so they'll have the main event, right? The opening ceremony is what they call it. And I wonder if they even have
How long does that last? Like an hour?
Probably like
Oh, look
an
at
hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
I gotta stand for 2 hours.
You don't stand, you sit.
No, if she doesn't get a seat. Okay, all right.
Well, I didn't do
So,
the charity thing, so
they'll
I'll be
have a
standing.
bunch of hands-on gameplay. Okay. So for
So I go
example,
play WoW there?
you could, right? Maybe they'll have a new
Okay.
class there. Maybe they'll have a new spec, right? And they'll be like, hey, come and try.
Okay.
Like that's what
Can
they
I
did, I
log
think, with
into my
Og.
character? Or
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh, dude, it would be sick to
What?
do a key at BlizzCon. What?
Okay. Anyways, they'll have an like a classic arcade of all their old games, right? And then they have a lot of developer panels. This is where you can go and ask the developer questions, right?
Yeah, I wanna do that. That sounds
So
fun.
I feel like the one thing that I'm most interested in from the developer panels will be the state of UI based on how Midnight launches and how everyone's like losing their damn mind. Because again, we'll be coming out of the end
Yeah.
of season 1. They'll have the new
Mhm.
patch theoretically with, I guess, the real heavy hitting UI changes that we need that isn't already in there. So there's that. They have a community night where they have like a whole bunch of cosplay contests and everyone just comes around.
Yeah, I
listens
wanna
to
do
music,
that. That
right?
sounds so fun.
They have the Hearthstone Tavern, which I think is where music will be. And then they'll have MDI and the Arena World Champions back, which is like the first time in, I think, 10 plus years. So that'll be
Nice.
really cool. We can go watch the finals on Sunday. And that should be exciting. They're also having what's called the Classic Cup, where people can go and play Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, and the old Warcraft games. So maybe, I know Flux is really big. Flux is coming with us this time. He's really big
Yeah, he
on
loves
Heroes of
HOTS.
the Storm. We may even, like, who knows, maybe we start playing some HOTS, right? We try to
Yeah.
enter ourselves. Anyways,
Nah.
so there'll be all that stuff. And there's also a ton of the Blizzard content creators and people on Twitter and all that stuff that are going to probably have their own little events. Maybe, I know everyone goes like apparently the Hilton afterwards and gets drunk as shit.
Is there like a vendor hall like with
Oh, I
artists
like
or
that.
no?
There is I don't know if it's necessarily the BlizzCon store that would have that as well, but you know, Shawnee was the one, because remember we got those Alex Straza plushies last time. Shawnee got them for us.
Yeah. Yeah,
And then
that's like
there's-
official stuff. Is there like unofficial stuff or like artists or
I don't want to say yes because I'm not certain.
Okay.
I think there
'Cause
is
that's
though.
that's
think
like
there
my
is.
favorite thing.
I think the community night is where they host that stuff.
Cool. Yeah, because I want to bring like stickers to trade with people and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, I mean, you could just do
Yeah,
that on the floor though, right?
Yeah.
sometimes
Uh,
they're weird about that, like giving away things
Yeah.
and trading stuff.
I don't
But I
think
don't know if there's gonna be like candy trading, like where you trade bracelets and shit. Like, and I would love to
yes,
trade
there
stickers
are
with people.
because I've seen all over
Yeah,
Twitter people talking about making bracelets and stuff. So,
I'm gonna make bracelets.
all
Yeah.
right.
Oh my
So-
gosh. You
We
There's
barely
also-
made like
Grandpa.
3.
I'll make more. I'll make a ton of bracelets, and I'm gonna make a ton of stickers.
I want a new
Yeah.
bracelet. I want a new bracelet. I want a
No,
bracelet
you already
collection
have
from
one.
scrap. No, I want another one. I have 2. I need one
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah. Well, we would have BlizzCon bracelets, of course.
Dude,
Like,
what?
so you
So
have another one.
I paid $89 for whatever this is. I don't even know what it is.
Okay.
It's cute.
I don't even know what I paid for it.
I don't
but
know
I just
for
I
certain.
paid for it.
I don't know for certain because it doesn't really, and as you pointed out, it doesn't
Has this
clearly.
ever
3
happened?
hours.
Has this ever
I
happened
paid-
before?
It has. Well, they
I
haven't done
paid-
the after hours
Okay.
part. Okay. So last time, my understanding, and Shawnee kind of confirmed this, is have you ever been to a mall where they have like big
A mall? What's a mall?
Okay. So the answer's no.
He's such a funny
In
guy.
my mall, there is a store that they have like big claw games, like it's just a whole bunch of claw games, bullshit.
An
um,
arcade.
No, not an arcade. It's not like there's not games to
Oh,
play.
okay.
It's just these claw
Yep.
machines and like you can put quarters in and get a little ball out with a sticker or whatever in it, right?
Yeah,
they're like,
gashapons.
is that what they're called, gashapons?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
dude. In Japan, they'd have like in the
Yes.
train station, they just have like a hall that was like
Yes,
hundreds of
right.
gashapons.
So
and
that's my
it.
understanding is what this is, but it's on a bigger
Mhm.
scale. Like like you could open it up and
Oh.
have a patch, like for something you just sew onto a jacket or whatever.
Shut up, dude! I
and-
wish I got this because I love gashapon
Yeah.
bullshit.
That's what I think it is. Okay, and
I'm just
correct me
gonna
again if I'm
give
wrong.
Lithian a bag of quarters and tell him to get me like
So Lithian
$90
bought
worth
this.
of bullshit.
I wanted to go too, but it was sold out, and I don't even know how because again, I like literally
Flux
bought.
and I got it.
Yeah, yeah. you
I
guys are
think it
gonna
was just a
have so much
glitch. It
fun.
just said it was sold out or whatever.
Mhm.
So Lithian, you're gonna get 20 of these. I think they're like $2 a piece. But anyways,
Oh.
so yeah,
I'll sell 'em for
you got
10.
40 of your $90 back by just getting these tokens,
Mhm.
and you can
Yeah.
take them to whatever brand. It looks like they have multiple brands like Warcraft and Diablo and whatever
Mhm.
Warcraft, and just get random tchotchkes. And the
Mhm.
event is after Saturday's main day, so
Mm.
you'll have 3 hours of unfettered access while the rest of us plebs don't. So
Oh.
Scrap, you can still
I'm
go,
sad.
but Shawnee said that last time.
I have
This
to wait in line.
it was insane the wait
Well,
apparently.
if you go,
But you know what I'm gonna do?
while
I'm gonna wait.
inside,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wave at you. I'm gonna say,
That's cool.
hey.
No,
Dude,
you
you know
can't.
when I'm gonna hit this is during the opening ceremonies when all you dorks are standing around and watching that. I'm gonna be doing this.
That
That'll
would be
be
so
open.
clutch.
I literally don't give a fuck about watching them.
In
like,
fairness,
suck
you could
their own
always
dicks
watch it
about
on
how good their
YouTube
game
later,
is.
right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'll do.
It opens. It's a 3-hour event Saturday evening.
Yeah.
No,
so
no, but you can go all day, right? Like it's
He can't.
It's just this is you, but you have a special time to go.
yeah, he has a special window.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'm
So-
special and you're not.
Yeah, so it'll be
That's-
open.
that's all
It'll
I
be
heard.
open throughout the whole thing, barring as it says here, it was closed due to safety concerns. But
Safety
you,
concerns.
Lithian, once everyone
What?
else is kicked out of the main hall or the convention center, you will have 3 hours. You can get to go back and also shop the BlizzCon store. It looks like,
Oh, hell
and
yeah,
you get a
dude.
little collectible with it as well. So
All right. I like
Um,
collectible things.
yeah, so that's there. And again, there was a charity dinner which I don't even have. What is it? We did
Yeah,
this.
I'll be going to that. I'm gonna wear a suit. It's gonna be great.
Scraps. Lithian's been telling us all week that he has to wear a suit because you told him he has to wear a suit to this.
Yeah, you do. Well, I'm okay with that as long as he wears a suit. Like,
Do you
I'll
guys,
wear
I
a
mean,
suit. I got a lot of them.
do you have to wear a suit? Is it like a fancy dinner?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
you
dude.
should
You gotta
wear
wear
a
a
suit.
suit,
It's not
you gotta wear a
classy.
top hat.
No.
If you don't have
No,
a
no,
top
no. You
hat,
guys have to wear suits to this. Like, you're gonna be classy.
Absolutely not.
Io, do you own a suit?
You're gonna have to get a suit,
Shut
Io.
up.
No,
Scrap.
at least a dress shirt and slacks. Like
Do you know what-
with a bow tie.
I paid for this a little
It's
bit
a
because of
World
the
of
reserve
Warcraft
seating, but do you
event.
know why I paid
Yeah.
for this?
Well, so you can wear a suit.
No. No, so I can ask the developers about the login screen.
Oh my god, can you please film that?
Oh my gosh.
That please do that
I'm gonna
in
be
my
asking
honor.
everyone at like every table. I'm like,
You
hey,
can't
who's
bitch
responsible
out
for the
about it.
login?
Dude, you
People,
literally cannot bitch out on
No,
that.
if they're
It'll
there,
break
I'll
my
ask them.
heart.
Absolutely. There's
You
no
have
reason
to
not
ask
to.
about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some people I know who went to one at a past BlizzCon and they said that they sat next to Ian Hazacasta. So
That's so
it seems
sick.
like you can get some pretty cool access to some people you wouldn't normally
I would
get
probably
access to.
shame myself because I don't
Little
know any of
hands.
those guys.
We're I feel like okay, I'm gonna show a little moment of not vulnerability, but just like some insight into my mind, right?
Great.
I'm most excited about this because I feel like I can hopefully start networking and building this podcast a little bit more. Can you imagine I go to this and I start talking to Ian and then all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, oh you got a podcast? Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do an interview. And I just like my entire world shatters. Like, why did I come here? And
That's the kind of like what's that? That's the kind of situation I could picture you in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Absolutely.
a
That's
Curb
gonna
Your
happen.
Enthusiasm
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
situation that Frank would
Let
get
it-
into. He's
let
all
it
like,
drive
man,
Lithian and Ioski are gonna be there. And they're gonna watch me and they're gonna see everything just unravel and they're gonna laugh and laugh and
I'm gonna
laugh.
record it,
gonna-
dude.
we're gonna
I'm
see
gonna
the
pull my
beginning-
phone out.
We're gonna see the
Yeah.
beginning of your villain arc in
Yeah.
real time.
It's gonna be
So
great. I'm excited.
If the channel gets deleted overnight after BlizzCon,
Yep,
you know why.
And
Frank made
I'm
a
gonna
fool
be
of
wearing a
himself with
suit
a
while this
30 there.
happens.
Dude,
And a
I think
top
the
hat.
suits would be, if you wear suits, it would be so iconic. Like, you have to wear suits. I'm mad I don't have the money for this, but I would totally wear like a fucking like ball gown to this.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me though if all right. We'll worry about that later. Maybe suits
We
will
got a
be
year.
required.
We got a year to worry about it. It's fine.
You
I
know,
have
it'd
a
be
lot of
really
suits,
good
though.
if you guys wore suits and you could like make a prop of like the fancy monocles like they have in game and like the fancy like the fancy
No. I wanna
eyeglasses
get.
that are super expensive in
I want to
WoW.
get one of those top hats, like
Like a Worgen.
Like a
Yeah,
Worgen.
Worgen top hat. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah, dude.
exactly. I gotta
Oh
work
my
on that.
god.
I think could
Unbelievable.
rock a top hat for sure.
You could definitely rock
It's gonna
a
be
top
great.
hat.
It's
I
gonna
have
be
to look
great.
at the Worgen top hat and see if there's anything about it that's specific. Because I've made like props in cosplay before. I could make you a Worgen top hat if it's
It's not.
specific.
It's not super complicated. I
The
don't think.
fancy one is kind of like you could tell what it is. It looks distinct. I can make you
Yeah.
that one.
So
It's just time and money.
we talked briefly what they might be releasing for WoW, but apparently they I don't know if this was done by Blizzard themselves or okay,
That's,
no, Zaryu
no,
did
done by Zaryu, yeah.
okay. He did a poll to ask people what they wanted for the next version of Classic, and the joke is from Wowhead that effectively they want all the retail features. Like, so for example,
Oh,
they have like shamans on Alliance and Pallies on Horde and dual talents 94%, stuff like that.
why'd they even do this? It's stupid.
They want barbers, they want instant mail, right?
Yeah.
So I've heard that they've been opening more classic servers that haven't necessarily been launched. One of them being hardcore, so we might even see an OnlyFans resurgence, which I think would be really good.
Yeah, I want hardcore 2 and I want hardcore Burning Crusade. Please, I want hardcore Burning Crusade. Like,
I don't.
Ugh.
I know exactly how to implement it. You just make it so that every time you die, you go back to level 60, but you have to have a 60 tune to even get in the gate. Like,
You said it because you're. The
I
one
won't.
that
I
has
won't
that.
be getting in the gate.
well, it's not that hard to get a 60 tune. If you really worked at it, you could do it safely. I did it not safely because I was enjoying myself. I was having fun. But I could easily help you get to one.
I could
you know?
definitely see WoW or Classic Plus being a big pillar of their opening ceremony, but I don't think that any of us care. Scrap, maybe you so for the hardcore part.
No,
but
I don't want. Yeah, I would play hardcore, but I think classic is great how it is. I don't think you don't make it retail. We already have retail. Like,
what if they did
no.
a new Classic Plus that had a hardcore realm?
I'd be into it. Yeah, I'd definitely try it. I'll try anything hardcore. If they made hardcore retail, I'll try it. Like, although that would probably suck
all
complete ass.
hardcore.
But I genuinely like classic WoW, no bells and whistles. Like, it's super nostalgic for me. I like that it's unbalanced and weird and slow. It just hits a certain thing in my brain that makes me enjoy it. It feels so much more immersive. Like the struggle and like that I have
The
to walk across
struggle.
the planet and like it feels like that I can only walk super slow from here to there. It makes the world feel enormous. Like
Yeah, back then the world was much larger. Now
Yeah.
it's super tiny.
Yeah,
so-
especially with dragon flying, which I love, but like you can fucking fly from one end to the other in like 5 minutes if you wanted
5
to.
minutes.
Like, yeah.
The flight path in Classic from Booty Bay to Undercity is 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you fly there? You would take the you take the Zeppelin or something. Take the
Oh
Zeppelin.
no, I know, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
is a thing. It's a
Also,
very
like
long
you
flight
would
path.
have to connect so much like flight paths to even be able to
You
access that.
need Gromgol,
Why are
the
we
one in
worried about it?
Arathi,
Yeah.
Fine.
Kargath.
Kargath, yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
like, okay, so I look at like Legion Remix, right? And what if Classic Plus has like a new M Plus system in the old, Wailing Caverns becomes a Classic M Plus?
You can get me in. I will say I played the what was the Classic Plus that they had? What was it called? Season
Discovery.
of
Season
Discovery.
Discovery.
I did enjoy it, but it wasn't something that I spent a lot of time on. Like I liked it at first when it was fun and I was discovering stuff. Like literally it was what it was pitching. I was noticing, oh, this is different. Oh, that's different and stuff. But it didn't hold me. And I never played much endgame because my friends weren't really playing it and I wasn't that into it. But I think they were going in a good direction with that. And I know that there are people who enjoy it. If they introduce a hardcore of anything, I will play it. I love hardcore shit, so I'll try
Hardcore
it.
was fun.
But my dream is hardcore Burning Crusade. Come on. Come on. Let's do it.
I'd be for,
But yeah.
if they ever got to the point of hardcore Lich King, Wrath of Lich King.
Yeah, exactly. Like then
probably,
the gates are open. Then we can just keep going hardcore. And then imagine like you can get all the way to like hardcore Cloudclasm. You have like a level 85 character who has never died. Like that is so sick. It's such a cool thing.
Well, either way, I am super excited for BlizzCon. It is a year and a half, well, no, a year away. No,
Do we just go to Classic and then go back to BlizzCon? Is that what happened?
This Classic was part of talking
yeah,
about BlizzCon.
this is about
Is
what's
it?
coming with BlizzCon because they'll announce something for Classic.
Oh, they're gonna announce Classic. I don't care
Something.
about Classic at all. I did Classic when it was out originally. I guess it wasn't.
Listen,
Classic,
you're
but-
hitting that quota where people are going to comment again that this guy that keeps not saying he cares.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
whatever. I don't. You know what? I'm allowed to have an opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion, and my opinion is I don't care, and
You know
I think that's okay.
Weird about Classic Plus is when exactly does it become the plus, right? Because are people who've been playing Classic for years now gonna want to level another character to 60, then do Molten
Yes.
Core BWL
Yes,
again? Like,
yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
There
love
are
doing that.
there
like,
are those
over and over.
people. Scrap is one of those people, and
Yeah.
I just don't. It's just not my thing.
No, I'm not
No.
gonna do it like back to back, but like every 2 years, I will level another character to 60 in a hardcore.
I'd
game.
argue
I
the
love it.
leveling part of the WoW Classic experience is way better than the rating part.
Yes, it's
Well, yeah,
the
for sure.
experience.
But
It's
like
the
at
experience.
what point how are you gonna plus it though? Like, is that what people want? Like, do they want the
No, I
do
think-
they
I
want
think
the
the
leveling
class-
change? Do they want the later parts changed? That's the thing I'm always wondering is
Yeah.
like what exactly is the
I
plus
think
gonna
what they
be?
want is Season of Discovery, but without the discovery part. What I mean by that is like new content from the base vanilla game,
Yeah.
without the mages being able to heal nonsense, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
But based on this survey, they do want a lot of things.
I think that a lot of the quality of life things ruined the feel of Classic. I'm gonna speak
look.
for Technique because I know he agrees. I don't care what 90% of people think. Like they can't,
No,
90%
but
of
look,
people can be wrong.
They don't want new classes, so 31%,
Yeah.
right? Not one of that. They don't want Mythic Plus, so there's my idea out of it. And I know you
Yeah.
can't see this on the podcast, but I'm trying to highlight it with my
But
mouse.
95% of people want new raids, better quest rewards. Like
Yes.
it's like, dude, that's like
New
kind of shit.
zones, heroic dungeons,
New
which
zones?
I could.
Yeah, zone to Classic. What the fuck? Like
They did that in
stop.
Season of Discovery. They added a new
did?
Scarlet. Yeah,
I
we
didn't
talked
play
about
that
this.
far.
They did Karazhan, right? They did a Scarlet Monastery zone, which had a
Mhm.
raid attached to it.
Mhm.
I just can't see them. This would be like an alternate universe where like vanilla is the game and nothing world ending happened.
Mhm.
But I could get behind that, especially if the questing is really amplified into
Look, I'll
even
try it.
better.
Any
Yeah.
excuse to go to Mulgore, I'm in. I'll try whatever. They could say this is Season Discovery, but different. I'll fucking try it. Like
Look.
I might not get into it, but I'll try it. Like I love Classic WoW. It's awesome. Like I don't
Aiding-
care. And it is it's nostalgia talking, but that's okay. I love it.
89% of the people said they want our podcast in there. So
Oh,
Nice.
dude.
Oh
sick.
my gosh.
We haven't seen. I
Get
see
in there.
something here that says like
Get
they
in
want
there.
removal of combat add-ons. Like, is the add-on like thing
Did
that they're
you say
trying to
that?
do?
Where-
Are they pushing? It's on the
it's in the
right.
second column
Yeah.
right there.
Removal.
Whoa,
Yeah.
wow, that's a high
Combat add-on.
number.
Yeah, that
Okay.
so many people want it, but I was curious. Like, I thought they were maybe already doing that, like removing
They're
that
not.
from
No,
hardcore and classic
they're
and stuff.
leaving classic, but
Yeah, but if we
Removing,
that may
create
change.
doses
That may
and
change.
stuff, that affects
well,
them too.
they're still going to develop for classic, I think, because there's not really much they have to do to that other than maybe minor upkeep. But
Yeah, but if they make
yeah.
a classic plus, it'll probably be you need different weak auras.
Oh yeah, maybe. But that'd be interesting if they did that because a lot of the classes in classic depend on a swing timer to do the most damage. So it'd be interesting to see how people adapt to not being able to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I never raided in classic ever, so that was not required of me to like do all the damage. So
if that were the way that like I had to play classic, I'd be no. Like
it's not really.
I don't want to
anyways.
min-max it. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is surprising because I'm a min-maxer. Okay, let's talk about a interview that happened that has been the talk of the town, mostly because, as I'll call out here, no plans were ever brought by, as according to Ian Hazzikostas, to bring World of Warcraft to the console. There's no reason for Blizzard to hide bringing WoW to the console, as they would just say it, which I think is true.
that sounds a little passive aggressive.
He was super passive aggressive in this.
Yeah, he's getting sick of us, man. He's sick of all these bitching and moaners.
We are kind of unbearable sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm trying to look for it when he said, okay, I'm going to paraphrase this. I don't know where it is in this article. He effectively was talking about how in the past, whenever he would meet up with people, let's say at BlizzCon, they'd be like giving him feedback and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's very insightful and blah, blah. But nowadays, whenever he like bumps into people, they bitch, but they bitch. He's like, within the first minute of, and again, I'm paraphrasing here, within the first minute of talking to them, I can not only tell where they heard this complaint, like which influencer, but I know the next 3 points they're going to bring up before they even bring them up because they're literally mimicking what the other
That's why we're going to be a breath of fresh air because nobody knows what we're mad about. We're mad about the login screen, dude. He's going to be like, dude, the what? He's like, I don't even know what that is. Like,
he's gonna lead in. He's like, guys, I have to do an interview with you. I need this just to not lose my mind.
Look, we don't parrot the words of influencers because personally, I don't watch any of them. Like, I speak for the people, and this is what
I don't watch any of them.
About. Yeah.
I do, but
you know what really
I do that. I parrot them mostly for the podcast. But
I bring you back to earth though, to what the people actually want, you know.
What I feel like really brought that on though has been what he said that was in the like 10 years ago when he was getting the good feedback. I think that was like when they added like Mythic Plus to the game and the current way games are, because I feel like that kind of gameplay loop is the kind of loop that encourages the content that gets made about it. So I think that's probably why he's been seeing that a lot more recently, because there's always people releasing stuff like how to fix warriors in Mythic Plus, or how to Mythic Plus healing is too hard, and I think that's probably why he sees more of it now than he did back then, because there wasn't as much content about particular modes in the game.
Well,
I think
there was some feedback from, like Dratnos, for example. I don't know if he said this, but I'm saying like Dratnos would have read this on his videos, and I'm sure everyone else has. And the feedback was like, well, hold on a second. There would be a great opportunity for all your diverse fans to give you feedback. It's called a community council. Oh, wait, you haven't like contributed to that since like October 2024.
Damn, Dratnos is even complaining to him.
Not Dratnos. That wouldn't be that's like the last. Dratnos is not the type of person. Anyways, I'm not okay. But like the idea is like that's what the community council was supposed to be for. Why did they not continue to follow up with it? Ian was even asked about that in an interview, and he said, "Hey, that's not my wheelhouse, but I'll ask him like what happened." Do you think that maybe the community council fell apart because people just kept taking the Asmongold takes and like parroted
the
them?
communities were just full of bitchers and moaners, probably.
Not only that, but like people who weren't thinking for themselves.
Give me feedback, like, and they give you only bad feedback. I don't know, like, did they want positive feedback? Like,
I don't know if that's the complaint that was all bad.
Okay.
I'm just saying that maybe it was all like we've heard this stuff before because that's what Asmongold said, or that's what Max said, or whatever.
Yeah, right. Does Asmongold talk about WoW anymore?
Not a lot.
Does he just talk about?
I don't know because I steer clear
I was
of
about
him
to say something
altogether.
crazy. Okay, cool.
I know he's involved in a whole bunch of drama right now, but
I would just prefer.
Did you see he's getting sued, by the way, Scrap? Miskiff
I'm
is
sure he's. I
Miskiff is suing them all.
haven't been super following the live stream fail drama this week. Like I've just been really busy. But I'll catch back up.
Yeah, Miskiff is suing him. What's her name? Emery?
Oh yeah. I didn't know he was Asmongold was part of that. Because
Yeah.
believe it or not, I do not watch Asmongold. Like,
No,
I don't watch any of that stuff. I tell you, I listen to y'all talk about it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is dumb.
I
It's
watch
so
it
bad.
from like a I watch clips of Asmongold filtered through people saying, "Look at this weirdo."
I only post Asmongold clips to make Frank
To make him
angry.
upset,
Like
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
my whole intent behind it, and it works every time.
Well, before we move on, if I meet this guy Hazy Costas, then like, should I go up to him and say, "Hey, man, I love your game"? Like,
No.
what should
no.
I say to him?
Say what you want to say to him.
But I don't want to I don't want to upset him.
First
like,
off,
he's upset. Don't
Scrap,
compliment
I have a feeling you won't be seeing him without us, and you
Yeah.
will probably wait for us to open the door for you to talk about the login screen, right?
But does this guy make the login screen? What does he do?
No, he's the game director. He's the boss.
He's the director. He's like the guy.
He's the guy.
He's the game director. That's his job.
So, yeah,
Holly
he should
Longdale
be-
is like the president of
Yeah.
Blizzard? I don't know, maybe Blizzard, but maybe.
Oh, I thought she was just like the PR lady.
well,
no,
no,
she's
World of
she's
Warcraft.
like the face of it, right? Of
Yeah,
World
she's
of
the
Warcraft.
face of it. So Hazy Costas
President
is
of
the
World of
guy who
Warcraft, I think.
decides where the money gets spent and like what to
He-
focus
He's like
on.
the general manager, pretty
Yeah,
much.
he's
Yeah.
the generalist of
He's-
everything, right?
Okay, so
Um,
yeah, login screen would be something I want to ask him about because I
He-
need him to know that that's important to me.
He would probably let's say you're at the dinner, Scrap, and he's there and you ask him that.
I'm
He'd
not
probably
going
point
to
to you.
dinner. I don't have $500.
He'd point to you, he'd say, "Hey, you see that guy over there? That's the login screen guy."
Yep.
And then you'd run over and shout at that guy.
Yeah, but I want to be nice. I want him to not think like, "Oh my god, there are so many people complaining, especially this one person." Like, I want to say, "Man, love the game. The game's great." but
Hold on. Where's this Scrap coming
login
from? Why
screen.
all of a sudden are you worried about Eden has a cost? You
I
were
wanna be
shitting
polite.
on Holly Longdale, all right?
Yeah, fuck her.
Fuck
but I
her.
wanna be
She's a
polite.
liar. I don't believe a word she says, despite the fact that everything she said was going to happen has happened.
Listen, Frank, I gotta do PR training before we go and meet celebrities.
Yes, you do. Yes. The joke is
that's what I'm actively trying to do.
the joke has been some of our commenters on Spotify too were saying like, you guys should get an interview, but Scrap needs to be kind of like put on a leash. And I was like, guys, I don't think there's any
didn't
way
know-
I could stop her from freaking the fuck out when she hears like Ian say something like, "Oh well, survival's not that bad," and Scrap would just go,
I have
"What?"
opinions. Yeah, I think my problem is I wasn't, I play WoW. That was my qualifications for this podcast. Like I wasn't
No,
hired.
your qualifications are you're a yapper.
Yeah, and I'm a yapper. So I don't know who this guy is, so I'm worried I will disrespect him, and then Frank will get like banished from content forever.
I'm willing to bet that again, there might be like some like fresh it might feel fresh to them. The fact that like Ian would sit there and go, "Wait, you don't know who I am? Oh my god, this is so nice. I definitely want to do a
Well, now I
interview
know
with
who
you,
he
Scrap."
is. Now I know
but,
who he
but
is.
you wouldn't.
so-
I bet you won't remember it by the time we go there.
This guy looks like the most generic white guy I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna be able to recognize him.
Wow.
Like,
He's
Well-
the most generic white guy. He's
I'm just
probably
saying,
gonna have a bunch of
not
people
a
talking
face.
to him all the time.
it's not a face I'm gonna remember. Yeah, I will need you, or he's gonna have a shirt that says Hazy Costas on it, so I can know who
He
he
won't
is.
need
He
it.
won't be wandering the floor. He'll be too busy doing
Yeah,
interviews and stuff.
So this scenario, I'm just making up in my head. Like I gotta run into him and
We
upset
might
him
know.
in the
I asked you
podcast
said
when it
he was
happened.
at the charity dinner. We might run into him, but you
Okay,
know.
Oh, you're
I don't need to
you're
worry
not
about
cool
it.
enough. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not cool enough. There's no.
She said
No
it
need to
herself. She said,
prepare.
"I am paying $500 to meet
The
Ian."
only
That-
person who plays WoW that I respect, like as a content creator, is Hazelnutty because I always watch her raid videos. Those are the only ones that like.
Does she
speak to
still
me.
do them?
I don't think so, or I don't know because I didn't watch them the last couple times. The last couple raids, I was just like, "Oh, what the fuck ever." There's somebody is gonna fuck up, and Frank will explain the mechanic more than 3 times, and that's all I need. And hopefully, it's not me. But you were a staple for me, Hazelnutty, because I know she's watching.
You know she's
throughout-
watching. How
throughout
do you know she's
Shadowlands.
watching?
Maybe you'll get to meet her.
Yes.
Give her a friendship.
That's what I'm
bracelet.
saying. Throughout Shadowlands and Dragonflight, that was a staple for me, and it was very nice to do your raid in Shadowlands.
Scrap
and I
still
was top DPS.
Won't stop talking about the fact that Hazel. So just so you, for those who don't know,
Yeah.
I did
Hazelnutty.
the variety show for WoW, and I was put on Hazelnutty's team for something. So me, her, and like 2 other. Actually, the GM of Raider.io was one of the people that was there too. Anyways, afterwards, like after the whole stream, she's like, "Hey, you guys want to come to a raid?" I was like, "Holy shit, I got to get Scrap." And Scrap came to, what was it, Castle Nathria, right?
Normal Castle Nathria. What our characters were so overtuned for. Like,
we had no reason to do it other than Scrap wanted to play with it.
I was on the top DPS.
Yeah, you and I, we were 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
You thought she was gonna like invite you to her guild and say, "Please come raid with me forever."
Yeah, no, I thought she would be like, "Wow, this Fury Warrior. Ooh, I've never seen a Fury Warrior quite like her." You know, like we're not in Discord or anything. We're just.
Oh,
I was hoping maybe it is. But anyway, that's the only content creator that I am aware of, I will say. Like on a like fundamental, I actually use this person's content level. I didn't even know who Max was until he reacted to our thing. So
well, a lot of people don't know who Max is just because like if
you guys love Max. You know him. Right?
I watched him very sporadically. I just, like I watched the Race to World first, and if you watch the Race to World first, you know who Max
Race
is,
to World
right?
first.
And again, like I don't know why, I just so happened to open Twitch that day he streamed us, and I saw my face, and I just went, "What the actual fuck?" And then like started watching. So weird. But other than that, I didn't usually watch him. Again, outside of Race to World first. But now because of the podcast, I try to watch everything I possibly can, and so that's where I started.
Should I do that? Is that my homework? I should watch that stuff. I don't watch that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like a little bit nervous to go to BlizzCon because I feel like I'm not studied for the test, but I have a whole year because like I don't know what the cool people are that I need to like be
all
excited.
Over Twitter,
like,
everyone that I would thought is going, right? And
Sick.
I will safely
guys.
say, IO's probably more IO might be able to say, "Hey, Mega Set, I know, hey, I'm IO," and she'd be like, "Oh, I've seen your tweets." I'm not like, I don't know why I would even worry about
it. It's X, by the way, not Twitter.
Let's see the kind of guide to constantly correct Twitter to X.
It's X. It's right there.
Don't give the fuck, Lithian. Like it's not correcting.
I'm willing to bet. Okay, what are the odds that we get recognized by someone there?
It depends on if our podcast falls off a cliff. Like are we
let's
gonna
assume it doesn't.
become irrelevant?
Let's assume it doesn't.
Okay.
The odds that
we're gonna try to get to 100 episodes by then.
I'm gonna before we
odds
do
are very
BlizzCon.
low.
Listen. Before I do BlizzCon, I'm gonna say this is the outfit I'm gonna be wearing. So come say hi.
No,
and if anybody
I'm
recognizes
7
me,
feet tall. Everyone's gonna see me. That's for sure.
Yeah,
everyone's going to see me.
They're gonna
whether
look
it's
me,
because
look
they
at me like,
recognize
oh my
me
God,
or because they see
Negan.
the 7. Yeah, if it's 7 foot tall Negan or Brad
7 foot tall
Garrett or
Negan.
Inspector Gadget or whatever people call me these days, right?
If we're at the same level we are now, I would say 70%. There's got to be someone
There's
there.
got to be someone. Yeah.
Dude, I get recognized in WoW on a character that's not even called Scrapclaw. But here's the thing: if I do get recognized there, I will have stickers that I will be giving out to Mage Table fans. That will be exclusively for the Mage Table fans.
If I get recognized, I'm just gonna be angry about it. And,
well, everyone's gonna recognize you because you're gonna have a whiskey in your hand.
I will have whiskey in my hand all the time.
You should dress up like with like a mask and a hood and stuff, so no one recognizes you.
Scrap, will you go to the after hours bar where they all hang out? All the influencers? Yeah, are you gonna come?
Yeah, if I'm invited. I don't want to be like Hassan, like where he was like kicked out of the bar.
It's like it's an open bar. It's not like it's a paid event.
Okay, I don't really drink much.
Apparently, everyone goes. There's a Hilton and a Marriott attached to the convention center. Apparently, so whenever I went there for work to the Anaheim Convention Center, that's where everyone would go after the hour conference. They would go to that bar, and it was like slammed, and like hundreds of people trying to just drink. That's what apparently they do for this as well. So again, like I'm kind of excited to go. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to make a name for ourselves there. And
yeah, you gotta network.
We're gonna network at the BlizzCon Rager.
Scrap, you need to make a whole bunch of stickers so I can just start sticking on people's back, and they go, "What the hell is this?" Like,
yeah, you're gonna stick it on like signs and shit, like straight up vandalism at the Anaheim Convention Center.
Ian's gonna be walking around with it on his back after I put it on him Friday night.
Yeah, it's a kick me ATMT. Like, I'll make those.
All right, you guys want to talk about some other stuff?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm very excited about BlizzCon now, even though I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. It's just I think I love conventions.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be, it's gonna be fun for us to hang out.
Mhm.
I
It'll
would love it if we
be-
could record an episode there, but that's probably not going to happen. Just too much.
At the beach house, we
Oh,
can record an
It's
episode.
just too
Why
much.
not?
It's because like I have to
We
like
just
get
need one
audio right.
laptop. But we're all sitting on the
No.
couch. Like,
No,
we
no.
can't do that.
It's
No, it'll
Okay.
be fine, Frank. Bring all your equipment, man. It'll be
Yeah,
good.
bring
There
the
you go.
We'll do
equipment.
it.
There you
We
go.
got it.
We
It's
got it.
only
Don't worry
4
about
days,
it.
so you can carry a big suitcase and then have just like your little thing
Get
of
your
clothes and then tons
get
of
your
equipment.
Pelican case. I'm sure you got a Pelican
Pelican
case.
don't.
Get your Pelican case and let's
Oh,
go.
dude. Frank the kind of guy to have a Pelican case.
He is the kind of guy.
In fairness, I do have a Pelican case for a
Yeah,
gimbal
see?
that I bought from Best Buy
He
when I
fucking
worked there.
has one, dude.
They gave me one. They gave me one because
That doesn't make you not have one.
no,
like,
this is the problem I had when I worked at
have
Best Buy because every holiday I'd go to the holiday leadership meeting, and they'd give us like a whole bunch of like accommodations for free shit, and I'd walk the show floor where all these vendors were, and if you just waited till the very last day, and just walked around going like, hey, you don't want to carry that home with you? And they go, no,
Yeah.
you can have it, and I'd be like, hell yeah, right? So I
That's
just like
nice.
always kind of collect a whole bunch of shit. And there was this like gimbal for a really nice camera that I bought. It was like probably like $1,000 gimbal that I got for $100. I was like, hell yeah, I'll get
So you
that. So
have
it
a
has,
gimbal.
yeah, I'm gonna bring the gimbal for sure. We gotta
Yeah.
record like Flux is gonna be our on the street
I'm gonna bring my
correspondent,
phone.
and
We're
we're
gonna
gonna like
make a vlog. That's actually
We're gonna-
kind of fun.
yeah, we're gonna make something. We're gonna make something, right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
we'll have a
that'll
little
put your, like,
featurette
'cause
that we'll
you
show in
like
the podcast afterwards.
Yeah, because you're like into video editing and stuff, so
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
make like a proper vlog.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that'll be fun.
So anyways, okay, BlizzCon.
just gonna
Anything
stream
else we want to
live.
talk about?
No.
Cool. Let's talk here. We'll take some palate cleansers. Let's talk some small news bits. All right, trading
Small
posts.
news.
Scrap. You're not logging
Trading
in.
posts.
Are you gonna log in for a turkey?
I'm
I
gonna
got a
check my
turkey.
vault today and grab a turkey. Hey,
I got a turkey.
update on No Wow November. It's been a week and I have not opened
You
WoW.
have kept your
Nice.
commitment. You, in fairness, you did also tell
But-
us that you would do like a little bit of housekeeping.
I
right?
was having a hard day last week, and I said on Tuesday I was gonna do my vault. But honestly, I've been playing a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon and Peak, so I haven't had the impulse. But I'm gonna do housekeeping because I have a vault. I want to check it, and I want to snag all this shit. If I miss out on that corn, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
I
Like-
haven't spent a lot of dinars. I don't know what, not dinars. What do you
Yeah.
call them? This
Trader
shit.
Joe's,
in
Tendies.
a long time, and then I
Mhm.
bought all this shit. I was like,
No,
fine,
I
I'm gonna have
I have
carrots.
2K.
I don't like food weapons.
I honestly think I'm gonna, because when you buy the Epic Edition of Midnight, you get Trader's Tendies, right?
They already
So-
gave you those.
No, but I haven't bought it yet, so I'm gonna buy it.
Oh,
and
you
get the
haven't bought it yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna
Okay.
snag the tendies, and I'm just gonna go on a fucking shopping spree because I need that fucking corn flail, dude. It's
Every
a two-hander,
single
right?
other person is buying the midnight edition to get into beta, and you're buying it because you want the tenders.
Tendies.
You are literally proving
It's so bad.
the worst fears of everyone, and we'll talk more about this later. The worst fears
that
of
the
everyone. Yeah,
What's
they're
the-
like, oh my god, people are gonna feel obligated to buy it because of the tendies.
Because the casual girl gamers are buying tendies with money.
Unbelievable.
No, the main reason I want it is to buy the 3 days early. Like, I've never bought an Epic Edition until War Within, and I was a big ass War Within hater. I did not want to support them, but I wanted to play 3 days early because I have FOMO. And I will be buying it because I want to play 30 days early, but also I will be buying it now because I want the tendies right now. So there's the whole thing. I will not be playing beta at all, especially not November because it's No WoW November. So
You're not. I thought you were gonna check out.
No, she told us she was gonna make us do it for her.
no, you guys do that. Or can the
No.
commenters tell me what class I should play? Enhancement Shaman, Fury Warrior, or Survival Hunter? I've been leaning towards Fury just because I haven't played Fury since season.
If you
1 of
play,
Hey, do you want to take a quick decor?
No.
I think they did some changes to survival this week.
Dude, they don't know what they're doing with survival. This is proving my fear of they don't fucking know what to do with survival.
They gave you an updated Raptors, your updated Apex talent.
What
I
is
was
it?
watching Dratnos and he said this looked really good. So
Hold on, Raptor Strike is 20 minutes to upgrade, says Raptor Swipe. Okay, so it becomes AoE, blah blah blah, 10%. Okay, that's just a stat stick up, 100% chance. Okay, so Raptor Strike is always Raptor Swipe?
well,
just
it
becomes
alternates
AoE
1
for
2 1 2. It sounds like,
Oh, okay. I mean, I like that idea of like a gameplay loop.
and then it's got tip of the spear procs in
oops.
it. Anyways, sorry. I just wanted to.
Eagle
I
strike?
just saw
Okay.
that and I wanted
So
to.
it would probably end up being like Raptor Strike and then a kill command to give you a tip of the spear, and then you would spend it on a swipe. I mean, I like a nice loop like that, where it's like, this is kind of what I'm doing, and then I'm also reacting to procs. I think that's a good direction for the spec right now that has like not really a obvious loop. It's kind of just like press whatever's up and who gives a fuck. Like, so that's promising. It does make me uncomfortable that they have kind of there is no clear like idea of what they're doing with rotation because they keep reiterating it, and it proves my fear that they don't know what
Hold
they're
on.
doing with that.
Oh my
But-
god. Why do you jump to the idea?
What?
And I'm sorry to derail us again on this, but why
Go
do you
on.
jump to the idea that they don't know what they're doing as opposed to they are trying things to figure out the best way forward?
Because what when they're trying it, they're going in all kinds of different directions. The fact that they were like, we're removing tip of the spear, and then that they're putting it back in is like, that's like a left turn and then a right turn.
Yeah, because
you know?
because they took the turn, and then you in the back seat, you and I'm giving the
Yeah.
royal you, right?
But they should know that making
All said
that
we
turn
want it back,
removes-
and
Yeah.
they said, okay, fine, we'll take a right turn. Jesus.
but here's the problem is when they took that left turn, it was off a cliff. And I was like, why didn't they see the cliff there? They removed our gameplay loop.
No,
Like, and they didn't replace it. Is
if it was off a
effectively, like,
cliff, you would die, right?
I would die if there was
And you
no tip
didn't
of the
die.
spear.
You were able to make a right turn, so it was not off a cliff, was it?
But I'm just saying the fact
That's
that
not a good
they
analogy
even-
because you can change things in
Lord.
the code
No,
at
but
any
don't you
moment.
see, it is a good analogy because, like, don't you think that if they took a left turn towards the cliff and then took a right turn, I'm still nervous because I'm like, dude, why would you even take a left turn there? There was a cliff there, you know.
Can
Let's
we
keep
move
on this
on?
analogy because this is working. Shut
No,
up,
all
Aya.
right, we'll never move on.
We'll move on. We'll move on. I still
Well,
think
let's see
she's
if they
an idiot.
solidify something for Survival Hunter, and then we can fucking move on. But this looks like good. I see a gameplay loop. I can visualize it a little bit. Like tip of the
What the
spear is a good
takeaway is,
idea.
Ayaski, is that someone in the comments needs to go play all 3 of Scrap's specs and tell her which
Yes.
one to play.
Somebody
Okay.
in the comments.
I'll be
go
playing
through all
enhancement,
three
so
of the
I can
specs.
tell her if it's good or not. Lithin, maybe you can tell her Fury.
Well, if you're playing enhancement, I'll throw that out.
No.
then.
I'm
But,
saying I'm
yeah.
gonna play it on the beta to see
You're
if
gonna
I like it.
test it. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna. I'll check out Fury. I will check
Yeah.
out Survival Hunter, but I don't know how to play it. But I'm gonna check out the tanks that I want to play. So
Scrap, is there a Survival Hunter YouTuber that's like the big YouTuber for survival?
No. The number one survival hunter in the world is also the number one marksmanship and BM hunter. There's
So
no like
just
guy
number one
who's
hunter.
that survival hunter. He's just the number one hunter.
Okay.
Like, and he's always that guy. And his survival score is always significantly lower than his other 2 scores.
Okay.
He just gets the bare minimum. Like, there's nobody that I know of that's like mega into survival. There's some people who make guides and stuff,
Okay,
but I don't
we
even
get
think it's
Scrap.
their primary.
We get
Yeah.
it. We get it.
Okay,
All right.
sorry. you asked
Otherwise, you're
doing it.
gonna pay your way into getting your turkeys, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy the turkey. I want because this is the turkey you get for the month.
This is the
She's
one-
not gonna buy the
this-
turkey.
This is the one you get.
Um,
This is the one you can buy.
Yeah,
I have the turkey.
I'll
Send
the
it
white
to-
one's fine. I don't need the black
Legion
one.
Remix was a great way to get your attendees done this week.
Yeah, I'll probably pop in and maybe do that. I'll make a no WoW November exception and just bust that out.
I
or
think
something.
Remix doesn't count. All right.
Yeah,
Speaking of Remix, can we just real quickly look at some of the top
One
players of
82.
Remix.
And he
Has
plus 2'd it.
He has an IO of it was like
Yeah.
8 billion if this ever loads. Come on, Radar, come on.
Your internet sucks.
Dude.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, something went wrong. Oh, here you go.
there we go.
Oh, there.
8
What?
billion
8
400.
billion.
What a sick IO.
So stupid.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of keys they're getting done right now. Plus
Mhm.
182s and look, by the way, they haven't
Plus
even gotten
shoot it.
Triumphant done at all because it's not open yet.
Yep.
That's insane. We thought they were gonna be like capping out at hundreds. They're gonna.
I
They haven't
didn't think
even.
anything.
I wonder, does it show their versatility? Do you see that anywhere? I wonder what
Mm.
their
I don't know.
versatility is. All right. Anyways, sorry.
I mean
just
they're
wanted to-
capping. I mean it caps at 9.99, but
Yeah. I'm wondering if
But,
they're capped
like,
or not though.
we did that 30 and we plus 3'd it without breaking a sweat, man. Like
No, I know.
we could probably
Just
do.
you did it, or did you?
We
do
have
it
to
with
do a plus 40 for the title.
Is there a
What's the
title?
title?
Yeah, I think it's the Infernal. I think. is
Oh
what
no,
the
it's
title is.
Chrono
Equal title.
Chrono Runner or something like that.
No, that's a different one. I
Oh,
think
is
it's a
it?
different one. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
That's I don't know. There's a ton of achievements. I got most of them, so
Yeah, I'm winding down on Remix right now. Anyways, okay. This is something I forgot to talk about last week, but I really want to talk about it because, one, it gives me an opportunity to promote Keystone Kindergarten again, our YouTube series about new dungeons. Io and Lithia and I hope you'll join me on the beta to help make those videos. But they are thinking, or maybe there's some evidence.
I
don't
heard
know.
Scrap wants to come.
No. You heard wrong.
There's some evidence
Sorry.
that Blizzard's going to be adding a Mythic Plus section to the Dungeon Journal to help players give a guide to the dungeons and how they work. Now, I'm confused because I feel like aren't the dungeons already in the thing in the
The bosses are, but maybe it's
well
about
I don't know.
trash and
Apparently
stuff.
not.
Well-
There's some additional narrative, but it's blank right now. So
yeah. Well, what I was hoping that would happen is that they would have a dungeon journal for the mobs inside of the dungeon, which I think is sorely needed for two reasons. One, people don't understand the trash in Keystones going into 10s half of the time. It'd be really nice if you could link spells that these people are doing that you need to watch out for, especially given the changes that are coming. It'd also make my life a hell of a lot easier doing Keystone Kindergarten because I'd have everything right in front of me. The other reason why...
Wouldn't it get rid of the need for Keystone Kindergarten if this is like a really good substitute?
No, because people don't even read the dungeon journal for raid bosses or the bosses, so you know.
You're my dungeon journal. I just asked you what was I supposed to kick in this back?
But the second reason why is because Wowhead, as great as it is, sometimes leaves things up there that are either incorrect or no longer exist in the game. So I had this problem making the Keystone Kindergartens for, what was it, last season? Where they would not make the right release notes changes for what they changed in the bosses or in the trash. And I'd have to go and like scour it because I'd have played the dungeon. Okay, so for a good example is that hulking berserker, the one that you hate in Arakara Scrap.
Yeah.
So they changed that spell. It used to be that I can't remember what the old spell was, but like it used to do something else. And they added the AoE part of it that you hate.
Yeah, the pulsing AoE.
Yeah, but
Locust
Wowhead
Storm.
did not have that listed, right?
Yeah.
And so I had to like track it down, and I should say that it was on Wowhead, but it was like hidden away somewhere that it wasn't attached to the mob. So even if you were to be the person that goes to Wowhead and look up these mobs, sometimes
They're
those
not
things are
even
just they're like and I'm gonna say most of the time they are, but sometimes they're not, and that is a problem. But it also is a problem that I can't communicate that to you in game to say, hey, look at this mob, hey, look at this spell effect, right? Like by shift clicking it and saying this is what you need to worry about.
Yeah, and you know what? No one's gonna have DBM to tell them to use defensive anymore.
Exactly,
like
right?
for random bullshit.
So I really hope that they do bring this to it. It would be awesome. It would, and also like you could talk about the affixes each week so you could read it in there instead of having to go to Wowhead and finding out what, not bolstering, but just bolstering as an example, what bolstering means. And you could look at it and see what's going on for the week. So again, I just wanted to 2 cents, Blizzard developers, please put this in the game. I really would appreciate it, especially if it's the mobs. Do you guys have anything else you want to add to that? I just wanted to get my soapbox there for a
No,
second.
I think this makes sense, especially if they're getting rid of DBM. I mean, I know they're not getting rid of it, but effectively getting rid of it, that they need to have somewhere that tells you this shit that's inside the game. Like if their whole goal is
great
like,
if you could see what it like the spell looks like too. If they put a
yeah,
picture of it.
yeah. Then you don't have no excuse to like not know like what stuff does. Like a lot of people do rely on learning the dungeon by having DBM scream at you, like use a defensive here, use defensive there. I mean, I rely on Haywire screaming at me to use defensive, and I rely on you telling me to kick stuff. So I don't need DBM.
Haywire,
I'm lucky.
Haywire can't track your defensives anymore, so
Yeah,
he can't call you out.
Fucking narc, but he can tell me to use one, that's the proper way you should be.
Not
using
in the new game. He
defensive.
won't be able to.
No, but he can tell me to use one because I'll
tell
be
you to
getting
use
hit. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll know the damage is going out. He could say, "Hey, use a defensive." But I mean, I don't even know. Like, yeah, I don't even know how that's gonna look with all the changes and everything. I'm pretty optimistic about
Yeah, they're making
all
healing
this.
super easy, is what they said. So
No.
I
That's
don't
not what
think
they
that's
said.
true.
All right, let's take a left turn off a cliff here for a second and just talk about the fact that there are more
not using
boss
my
mod
analogy
functionalities
correct.
coming. So this is the DBM, I think, developer. They have a Discord where they talk to the developers of the add-ons, and apparently they've given what was this week's updates as well as the future updates coming for add-on access. And it
Mm.
does seem like there's some good things coming. They're opening up themselves a little bit more. In fact, here's a tweet from Weekora. New API changes for tomorrow. This was, again, earlier in the week. Build just dropped on the Discord. They are starting to realize their claims of us being able to replicate the default UI are not true at all and trying to fix it now. 3 months, whatever, It doesn't look like it's enough for changes for the Weekora, but LVUI might become feasible again. So, again, people will be happy to hear that. They are relaxing a little bit. I have some of the changes from this week. I don't really understand them as well as you guys at home might.
Yeah, we're
It
not
doesn't
Weekora
nothing
makers.
stands out as being insanely amazing other than the fact that they're continuing to focus on audio alerts and text to speech stuff and all that stuff, which is good for the people who need it for accessibility. There is one change I saw here that I thought we could talk about for a second though, which is a playstyle drop down for group creations in the interface, which will now have a learning, fun and relaxed, fun and serious, and experts only.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask
Or like if you put your key, you can have a category.
Yeah. So I wanted to
I
ask.
cap out at fun and serious.
Well, I was gonna say, Lithian, I wanted to
fun and
ask, where
serious.
are you landing on this?
I'm a cap out at fun and serious, dude. I feel like experts only is going to be those toxic levers that suddenly
Dude.
disconnect randomly.
You actually don't need this because I can tell you how you can see an experts only key is when
Oh,
they say
gosh.
like when
It's
they put
okay,
a
you don't have
plus
to.
plus, or they say
When they
like
put a plus plus,
yeah,
you're
when
out
they
of your
put a plus
mind.
plus, that is a person who wants experts only. Does that mean they're an expert? Absolutely fucking not. And who says plus
No,
plus
they're
or
not
like
an expert. They are learning
Yeah.
at that point.
no, they're begging
and
for a carry. Do not go
Yes.
into a key that says plus plus or pushing or anything like that because that is somebody who wants experts only, but they are a carry.
This
Just like
is
a heads
I
up.
feel like
this is the red
Yeah.
paladin
This is-
who's gonna be not interrupting anything, right?
Yeah, and then he's gonna bitch at the healer when he
Yeah.
dies. Like
I don't know, this
100%.
is something you can do now. You can just put like +7 chill or something. I think.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
often
it's.
put
I guess
chill.
it's cool. It's fine. It's not. It's harmless. I don't think it really does anything. I don't know if people are going to use it or not.
Well,
I'll
when I
use
saw
it, yeah.
this, I saw
Fun
the
and
Warcraft
serious,
made
that's
easy
exactly it.
kind of tag, right?
Mhm.
Like how people hit the
Yeah, Warcraft made
WME.
easy.
Now, granted, there is an actual Discord where you have to go and get a password or whatever to join things, but
Mhm.
like this is a way for them to flag it and saying, "Hey, don't worry, we're doing 12s. Come and have a good time," right?
I actually love the implication that it's fun and serious, and then experts only is not fun and serious.
No, it's
Like,
not fun and serious. It's experts only.
Yeah,
Fun
but-
is
I think-
gone.
I think
The
Blizzard
implication
purposely
that
did this to
not
weed out the
fun.
people who don't know what they're doing. Like they were like, "Oh yeah,
exactly.
there's everyone that uses this is not going to be the one that's an expert," and that's how you're going to
No,
know as a
like-
true gamer to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
True
I'm not going
gamers
to use
avoid.
it.
I'm
Either
I
way-
just
gonna
want
use
to
it.
play
I'm
with
gonna
my friends.
do fun and serious for keys I want to push. And I'm gonna do fun and relaxed for ones I don't give a fuck about. Like absolutely. Like, and if I'm doing a 10, I guess I'll do learning because I give back to the community. I'm such a good person. You know, like
Know that that's true.
Lithian and I will sit in a plague fall for 1 hour with a tank who
Oh,
can't.
God.
he doesn't understand the
You
mechanic.
can't
and we'll
stay
sit
in
there.
melee.
Yeah,
Can't
we'll
stay in
sit there
melee
for 1
range.
hour and try to teach him like holding his head in our hands, a stranger for an hour, trying to teach him how to do Plaguefall. So like I have given back to the community at points in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as us, but it's fine.
Either way,
fine.
I think it's good news that people can get excited to a degree, of course, that they now. Okay, question: do you think
What?
Blizzard had always intended to break everything so that they could slowly add it back, or do you think that they're going, "Oh shit," and walking it back?
I think
I think. Oh, sorry. Go on.
no, I think you have to kind of scorch the earth a little bit and then find ways to pull things back that make sense, right? But
Mm.
really, really scare those guys, put them put them on their heels a little bit and then give them a little taste and see what makes sense and now you have all the control, right? And you get to create the experience. See,
I
that's
personally
the
think
strategy.
anybody who thought this strategy was intentional is coping. I think that they were like, I think one higher up was like, we don't want add-ons anymore. So you guys go tell everybody that we're not gonna do add-ons and let's just see what happens, And then everybody's like, oh my god, what the fuck? There's so many logistical things like that are getting fucked up
Oh.
by this, and then the guy is like, oh dude, people hate this, what? Like, figure out how to make people like it again, and they're just slowly giving stuff back. I think right now, this is what we're seeing right now, is negotiations with terrorists. They're trying to get weak auras back to the table. I even saw in that tweet with weak auras, like the top comment was like, what do you need to see to come back? In this one, what are the changes you guys want to continue? Like, we all recognize this as terrorist negotiations, right? Like, they're trying to bring weak auras back to the table, because there's stuff in their game that they don't want to fix that weak auras will fix.
I think Lithian's more in line with the thinking than the terrorist negotiation part personally.
No, because
You
look
don't
at
think
it this
there's
way. Hold on. No, look at it this way. If you're there going, okay, we need to reach a certain, let's call it destination, right? There's two ways
like
we can
a
handle it.
negotiation.
We can slowly cut. Like, imagine, do you want to be cut 16 times, or do you just want to have one stab and get it over with, right? Because now everyone's gonna be going, oh man, they're adding this back. Oh man, they're adding that back. Oh, that's awesome. And like, they're getting
Frank,
relieved as
I've said this
opposed to
before.
constant punches in the face.
What they needed to do was bring in the fixes that make it so that we don't need add-ons, and then get rid of the add-ons. It's just such a backwards way of like, here are the add-ons and see what's still broken,
if they
and then
did
fix it.
if they did
They did
that,
that what?
and then we needed it, but sorry, if they did that, people would complain that they took stuff away. If they take everything away and then slowly give it back, people will be more excited about them giving it back.
Yeah.
Well, and beyond that, the reason why they didn't do that, Scrap, is because they would build all this stuff that no one uses, and they can't figure out if it works or not.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I have a question here, Frank. Do you think they're gonna walk this back completely by the time midnight rolls around?
No.
Because that's in 3
Doubt it,
months.
no.
It's impossible.
Absolutely
No,
not.
you don't think so?
Impossible.
No, they've walked
Yep.
too far at this point.
Yeah.
If
They
they did
walked
that, they
Pandora's
would look,
box
it would
is
look
open.
weak. It
Yeah.
would look
They
weak.
would,
I
It
feel like
goes
they
beyond
look
even
weak
weak. It goes
already.
beyond
What
even
the
weak.
fuck?
No, it goes beyond even weak
They
because
just look
they're
incompetent.
They look incompetent.
they're on a trajectory that like they
Yeah.
can't get off of to be able to launch midnight on time, right?
I think they already look incompetent by pushing this like so late in the game and not fixing the game before getting rid of the add-ons. Like, that makes them look incompetent
no,
to me.
this is
I'm a layman. I don't understand how it works.
No, but
Just
you're a
it
layman
feels
who just like
incompetent to me.
goes to fucking like destroying people because you're like not
I'm
understanding.
not trying to destroy them. I'm
process.
just saying this is the kind of left turn cliff there
Exactly.
that makes
We're
me
going
nervous.
back to this argument. I'm not going to go down that.
I feel
path
like
again.
this makes a lot of sense. It's like, yeah, they took a left turn towards a cliff and then they turned around, but I'm still anxious that they left turn towards a cliff.
They
in the first
took a
place.
left turn, knew exactly that the cliff was there, and they want to go over it. You saw, I'm going to try to find it real quick on my phone.
They're
You
gonna
saw what
jump
Leo
it?
said
Like-
today. Leo's a developer, right? He's worked in game development.
I didn't see what Leo said today. I don't follow the Discord. What did
Wow.
he say?
He said not only should they have done this, okay, let's see real quick.
Hold on. Just let me make my stance clear. I don't want the add-ons. I think this is going to be better and healthier for the game. I just think the rollout, and I think that the way the community has responded, it makes it clear that the rollout has made them seem incompetent.
I mean,
wait, how?
What do you mean
How?
how? Like them
How?
the way they're walking this back and stuff. It's like, do they not
They're
even know
walking-
what they want?
They're doing small changes,
Mhm,
that they think
and
that
it-
makes sense for the community.
right? And I
mhm.
think that's okay. Like you're gonna make a big change. You know, you're gonna have to walk some of it back because
Do
you're
you think
No, hold on,
they
hold on,
antici-
hold on.
Okay, sorry.
They're not
finish
even
it.
walking it back. Like, what part of
Yeah,
their main
they're not
mission have
walking
they
it back.
walked back?
Here's what I see, like my vision is I don't think that they expected weak auras and LVUI and all these things to respond the way they did by just saying, okay,
Yeah,
we're
but
out.
Yeah, but you need
And
to
that's- I think
separate
they're
weak auras
walk-
into two parts, Scrap, right? Because
I know, but
while
I
they
think
didn't,
you asked me what I think about it. I think that they're walking it back in response to weak auras and stuff, not necessarily the community.
No,
That's what I think.
this is what happens, Scrap. They have weak auras,
Okay.
right? They didn't want weak auras to quit.
Yep.
But what they wanted
Yep.
was they wanted weak auras to continue to allow the UI customization, right?
Mhm.
They didn't want weak auras to be computational problem solvers. And Ian
Mhm.
even reinforced that in that interview that we were talking about earlier. He said,
Mhm.
like, and I think he even went on Reddit this week, which is like the first time he's done that in years, to say, like, guys,
Yep.
the whole point here is that why we took the bullet immediately was because we do not want any computational information happening
Yep.
for you to make the game. And we all agree that shouldn't happen, right?
I think that makes a genuinely
Hold on,
healthier
hold on,
game.
hold on.
Like,
But
so I'm with that.
Weak auras has a little window as well where it
Mhm.
allows you to change the way that your screen looks that might be a little more flavorful. For example, Scrap,
Mhm.
the little circle around your mouse. Okay.
Yeah, that's a big thing that I think that they
Sure.
didn't think
Sure.
about. Like, if
Yeah.
WeakAuras goes away, we don't
Exactly.
have a solution for that.
Yes.
They
So
changed the
when that
cursor, though.
happens, Scrap, when that happened, they go, oh shit, like we didn't know WeakAuras was going to call it quits because they're angry. That is
Yeah.
something that we want to allow them to do. Maybe not specifically
Mhm.
that, but let's just say that is something they want, right? Because
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily play the game for you and give you an advantage, right? It just like makes it
Yeah.
easier to see something. But WeakAuras said, no, fuck that. We're not doing that, right? So they're now
Yeah.
the terrorists, okay?
Yeah.
What
Terrorists.
Blizzard
be-
is
I
doing is they're
also
saying,
agree
look,
with
we
the
still
terrorists in
want
this situation,
WeakAuras
too.
to exist in this space, right?
Yeah.
But we need them to strip down 90% of their work. WeakAuras doesn't want
Yeah.
to do that. That's fine. People who make other like WeakAuras will just make add-ons that are separate from WeakAuras, and that's fine.
Mhm.
But what Blizzard is doing is they're saying we're still sticking to our point of no computational X, Y, and Z, right?
Mhm.
However, someone pointed out that, and I'm making this up an example, that changing the colors of a nameplate, right, is what they
Yeah.
want. Well, we don't want you doing that because that essentially flags mobs for you, which is a computational advantage, right?
Mhm.
However, you did say you want to change the size of the text, and that
Mhm.
doesn't give you a computational advantage. We will allow that, right? That's what
Yeah.
they're doing right now is they're navigating, wait, okay, that's, a very niche small window of something that we need that we didn't think of, but WeakAuras would have solved for us. Now they're not. So let's
Mhm.
go on ahead and make the change to the black box, as we've been referring to it. And
Mhm.
they're not walking anything back against what they originally set out to do, which was stop everyone from being able to do these things. They have not touched any of
Yeah.
that stuff, right?
Mhm.
So they're not walking it back. They're not being cowards or whatever, right? They know
Mhm.
exactly what they're doing. Now, again, is it the best? There's people here that says like they need to not do this and whatever.
Yeah.
I think we all disagree with those people, right? But what
Well,
they're
yeah.
doing now is they're at the point where they say, okay, good. So we shut off everything effectively.
Mhm.
Now it's time to put the small little things here and there back on. And of course, the community, which is always the problem, that's the point Leo brought up, is like no matter what you do, it's
Mhm.
the community that's the problem. Is the community is now saying like, oh, of course no, this was always the plan. They didn't want you to
But
not have access to small little
if
things
if
like that.
if you think that they didn't expect WeakAuras to hold their add-on hostage, I guess, then do you not think any of these little tweaks and changes are in response to that, like trying to get WeakAuras to change
No,
their minds?
no.
That you don't think they're
I
negotiating with the
think no.
terrorists?
I think what they're doing is they're saying, okay, LVUI, you're calling it quits, right? But the truth
Yeah.
is that we still want you to have access to these things. So, and again, let's just say it's making the font different.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. LVUI, we originally had that as a secret, whatever. We are not going to make that a secret anymore because we agree with it. That shouldn't, there's no computational advantage to having a cursive font instead of a whatever font.
Yeah.
And now LVUI is like, okay, cool. We may continue forward. But WeakAuras can continue forward with all the things that LVUI, because, like 80% of LVUI's work was about computational changes. WeakAuras is just being extremist on this. I don't
I'm
necessarily
sorry, they're
blame
being a
them.
what? They're being a
Extreme-
what?
Yeah,
being extremists. They're being
extremists, terrorists,
I'm not saying they're terrorists. That's why I used the word extremist, right?
Yeah.
But they are holding it hostage. And again,
Yeah,
I kind
like
of
a
argue
terrorist
rightfully
might.
so because they've worked their ass on it. That's within
totally.
their right. And honestly, I think that everything you would see in WeakAuras that you really, really, really want, that is still capable, will be available as a separate add-on. They're just going to have to. We've seen already, like the timer information for keys. The people that have the different
Mhm.
variations. That's going to be in its own add-on soon, right? I
Yeah.
think WeakAuras is maybe played a point where no, this is not true, but like it could be an argument. Let's say that like all the people that want WeakAuras to stick around, but who have a very important WeakAura that isn't affected by all these changes, they've
Mhm.
probably already begun making their own version of their add-on and no longer need WeakAuras. So that might be
Yeah,
another reason why
Yeah,
WeakAuras doesn't want to
possibly.
continue, is because all those things can be made very easily by, I don't, maybe not, but can be made easily by
Yeah,
other
it's a
people as a separate add-on. So why need WeakAuras to begin with? That's why we're not working on it anymore.
the way I look at it is if Weak Auras decides to throw a fit and
Mhm.
quit, um, then somebody else is going to step in
Yeah.
and create these things.
Yeah,
Like
I
you,
think
the
so.
community out there is pretty large, and like even when I was creating that one add-on
The one that
that I
doesn't work.
created, it works kind of. But the problem was Blizzard does some weird stuff where they encrypt different things and they put it
Mhm.
into these boxes you can't get into, but you don't know that until you start developing something.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, it's not easy. It was kind of hard for me because I never done it before, but
Mhm.
I got it done. It works for what it needed to do. But I think the community out there is pretty large, and people will they'll create and they'll figure it out.
Mm. I just find it interesting, like the weak auras thing. Like I'm curious if you think that there's like any backdoor chats between the devs and weak auras, or if the devs are just like, fuck, we don't negotiate with,
Oh, how
terrorists.
many
Like
different ways are you gonna ask the ask the same
Yeah.
3 people, do you think they negotiate with the terrorists? You've asked it like 3 different ways.
Well, I'm not getting an answer yet.
Scrap.
Well, no,
They're
do you
not
think they
negotiating with
talk
them.
to
They're
weak
not
auras?
negotiating. with
No,
them.
there's no
You
negotiation.
don't think
We
they
don't
talk
think
to them
that,
at all?
No, and
no,
honestly,
we
I
don't
think
need to explain it.
no, and
Yeah.
honestly, I
We
think
don't.
because
Yeah.
you're acting under the assumption that weak auras not only built the tools, but they built the weak auras too. They didn't.
Yeah.
All those
Well,
people
no, I
just
know,
had the tool
but
set that weak auras
if
built, but
you're
they can
saying
go and
that,
build
like,
it themselves now, especially with AI, right?
yeah,
To do like Lithium did that with his add-on. But like,
mhm,
here's an example, Scrap. We're relaxing restrictions around unit power so the player's secondary roosters are no longer secret. Stagger being the example they call out, right? That makes
mhm,
complete sense. People needed to be able to watch their stagger because it's an important mechanic, but they didn't have a way, or sorry, they do have a way in game to display the stagger, but they understand that people might want to emphasize calling out their stagger more because they're
mhm,
trying to, juggle something with it. So they are relaxing that because someone on the Discord was, hey, what about stagger or maelstrom, as we've talked about with enhancement shaman? What about
yeah,
maelstrom? Right? That's like I can't really easily track it. And they go, you know what? You're right. We're gonna switch that on for you. Here you go. They broke everything so that everyone that was really concerned about something that they were missing would go to the table and say, oh my God, this is a problem. Blizzard reviews
mhm,
it and says, yep, you're right. Turn it on. And they turn it on. Now, did they maybe knee jerk react to weak auras calling it quits? If they did, in my opinion, the only reason they did was because the community lost their
yeah,
mind at the idea that weak auras was calling it quits. But the truth is, the people who built the weak auras are the ones that matter. Not to say that weak aura doesn't matter, because of course they did something really amazing
yeah.
for the community. But now those people matter more because they can still continue forward if it's not something that weak auras would have, had access to that it shouldn't.
I suppose so, but I don't know. There's things that like I'm no add-on dev, but I can
None of
make
us are,
a
in fairness.
simple. Yeah, but I can make a simple weak aura because I kind of like am able to figure that out, watch
Well,
tutorials and stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna go be making add-ons. Are how many add-ons are made by people
Scrap.
like that who are really good at the
Hold on.
no,
weak auras
making an
interface?
Hold on.
add-on,
But
Sorry, Lithium.
making an
I just
add-on
really
is really
quickly, Lithium,
hard.
really quickly. Scrap. You don't
what?
do anything for yourself, regardless.
But no, I make tons of my all my weak auras I make myself
You
for
made
the
like
most part.
3, and then you
I made a
imported
lot.
everything else.
No, I made most of my
Scrap.
weak
Wow.
auras I've made. Like, and
Scrap.
if I've imported them,
I
I've
bought your
adjusted
ticket to
them.
BlizzCon. I'm booking your flight for BlizzCon. You don't do it for yourself.
Well, no, yeah,
You're
I
booking her
don't do that.
flight?
I don't do. Well, he's
Jesus.
going to,
Yeah.
because we're gonna be on the
Wow.
same plane. But
It just
no,
made
but
more
what I'm
sense,
saying
but-
is, like, I'm saying that I have most of my weak auras. We can go through them if you want. Were made by me, to what I want. Like, or and
What
most
percent?
of the
Let's
other
say
ones
what
that I
percent of them?
have,
Of all weak auras that you have on your game, what percent of them are made by Scrap?
70. I would say that I've made and use. Because I'm sure I've downloaded some random, like, oh, I need help with this, like, specific mob. Let me just see if there's a thing. And I use it once. And I'm like, oh, that didn't really work. Like, I have a bunch of those. But ones that I actually use on my character, I would say 70% I made myself. All the ones on my Survival Hunter I made myself. There's not a single one I took from somewhere else. But, like, my point being is that, like, I'm wondering how many people who make weak auras like can also make add-ons. Like, do they have that skill set? Because I know
Well-
I fucking don't.
Well,
Like,
the weak auras that you would make, Scrap, aren't going to be allowed in the new world. So you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to
I'm
make it.
hoping the cooldown manager manages that. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, if there's an add-on that's necessary, and the person who has made that add-on on weak auras, do they have the skill set to make their own add-on without weak
If you
auras?
want
That's
an
the problem.
add-on, let me know and I'll create it for you.
Okay,
Well,
deal.
hold on.
There's a
No,
chance.
but the idea is
Yeah.
that
What?
what is the average player, right? So
Huh?
Yeah.
Scrap, you'll see it like a ton of in the notes this week. Cooldown manager is being updated for almost like not every class, but
Right. That was
a
what I
lot
was
of
gonna
classes,
say.
right?
But
Like,
there's
Yeah.
a
there's 3 in
chance
a row
that
here where
cooldown
they added.
manager is going to take care of what you want.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm very hopeful for the cooldown manager because most of what I use weak auras for is stuff
Like-
like track buffs and debuffs. Like that's pretty
Right
much
now-
and timers, honestly.
Right now for BDK, I don't think there's a way to track bone shield charges. Maybe there is now. I haven't looked, but
yeah, there is. You can see there's a buff on your character that says that has 3 bone shields.
Look, almost every single, if not every single spec, has
all
had a
these are
cooldown
buffs.
manager update this week.
Yeah.
Right. And again, that
Yeah, I'm
isn't to say
very-
it's
I'm-
in a perfect
yeah.
place, right? But we are
I'm
still
extremely
technically in
hopeful-
alpha.
Yeah, I'm extremely hopeful that the cooldown manager is going to do everything I need to do because the entirety of my weak auras, with exception of some on enhancement that are a little bit more complex, but
Except
on
for
survival,
Warriors.
Well,
don't
yeah.
get it.
rip.
Sorry, Warriors.
There's nothing to manage. It's already so simple. But what I'm saying is that most of the things I track is like stacks of buffs, debuffs, bleeds, and timers of like my, for example, my like I need to know if my coordinate assault is active and when it's ending, so I can plan around what I'm going to do next, that sort of thing.
Anyways,
So if
we're
it manages
beating a dead
that, I'll
horse
be
at this point.
fine. We owe it. We got to beat this dead
We
horse
beat the
until it
dread-
comes
we,
out.
we did it. Beat it like 3 weeks ago. We've had the same
I know,
discussion
I know.
every
We're gonna keep
podcast
beating
for like
it.
3 weeks.
We're gonna
So-
keep beating it until I find out about this.
What I'm most excited about with the beta launching this week, though, is getting a chance to go and play with all the UI stuff, right?
Yeah,
So
and
I'm
find
looking
out
forward
what
to
the
that.
weaknesses are.
Yeah. And again, we'll tell our viewers, guys, this is your chance. Like, don't sit back and wait for the influencers to get on their YouTube channel and tell you why,
Yep.
Whatever spec you love sucks. Get on the forum, make a well thought out, here's my concern. Don't attack people, of course. So here's another thing. We haven't seen the damage meter in alpha yet. We are seeing like bits and pieces of it come together. So Lithian was upset because we will be able to track interrupts, right, Lithian?
Yeah, man.
Where's death? I'm gonna see death.
That's yeah, that's well, I was wondering if the Mythic Plus week or not week auras, the Mythic Plus add-ons were going to be working,
What?
because that's
What
how I
add-ons
track
would you
all
mean?
the deaths and the key and everything else.
What do you mean?
Your LVI and stuff, or your details?
No, warp was it warp
Warp deplete?
warp deplete, yes. I
Oh,
use
I don't
that. It's a really good one.
I would
Um,
be surprised if you could track deaths through warp deplete going forward,
Yeah, I don't know.
because it's
I
not
might
going to have access to
understand-
any of that information.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll in with no add-ons and then see what happens.
I-
And
Here's
just
what I'm gonna
add
do.
things.
If we can't track deaths, I'm gonna have a sticky note, and I'm just gonna do check marks every time Frank dies, so I know how
Frank
many
does, by the way.
times he
Frank
died.
does. I.
I don't want to know how many times I die.
This is
like,
your-
that's
just
embarrassing.
Frank
Your
death.
most
Yeah, just
toxic
Frank, I
trait,
know.
Scrap, is
Yep.
saying that I die all the time, and then when TDV
You
comes
do.
out and you see you die, sometimes
you die
3
so
times
much,
more than
though.
I do at a rate of
Frank
like
is rewriting
300%.
history. That arcane
Anyways.
mage is always dead.
So, Scrap, I'm
does
also
a
going to allow
lot,
you to
yeah,
book
it's fine.
Does
something
a
here,
lot.
because you did this during the War Within, where I said I'm going to pick the
What'd I
hero
do?
talent that is thematically more important to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to say this now. My intent is to go into midnight and not use a single additional add-on.
Me too. I'm
if-
gonna do that.
if I can. So I'm saying that because when I use an add-on, you can start railing against me, saying, "Ooh, what
Okay.
happened?"
Deal. But I'm really hoping that we're not going to need add-ons. I really want this to work, because I do think lack of add-ons, I say it over and over, is healthier for the game, that they can control the difficulty better, and the balancing of difficulty of specs better.
Well,
And hopefully having a more intimate knowledge of how their own specs rotations work and function and how fun they are and stuff. Like, that is all good things I see coming out of this. Now, do I think it's going to be perfect or even 80% good when it launches? I don't think that. I don't think it's going to even be 80% good. Like, I'm hoping for 80% good, but I'm patient. I'm going to play this game
but
indefinitely, I think. So, like,
Don't you
Indef-
think
I
that that's
will,
good?
indefinitely.
Don't you think it's
but I
good
will
that
complain
they
about it.
ripped off such a strong Band-Aid so
It
that
is
you have a
it is
chance for that
good,
to be
but
corrected by the
I
time season 2 rolls around?
yeah, but I would prefer it's done by the time season 1 is out, because I am gonna pay for it all through
So
season 1 and play it all through season 1.
you think that they would be able to find the same answers if they didn't rip the Band-Aid off? You're saying that they would still come to the same "we need these things" conclusion if they
Look, I
didn't
said it
rip the Band-Aid
before.
off?
They gotta fix the stuff first, remove the add-on second. Clear they're not gonna do that. They're doing it all at the same time. They're very confident that it's gonna be amazing and functional. I am less confident. That's it. Full stop.
Do I need to get you a chocolate hat to eat if they do well enough?
If it's only if it's Dubai chocolate.
Okay.
Dubai chocolate.
Are you
I
ready to
got
move
some
on?
right over here.
Yeah.
I
Okay, another small palate cleanser. They are making an Ibelin movie adaptation based off of off the real life story of
Oh,
Ibelin,
yeah.
but
I couldn't watch
starring.
that documentary. I will not be able to watch this either.
You said you couldn't. Why? Because you were like sad.
It's too triggering for me for stuff that I've
Oh,
been through
okay,
in
yeah,
my
yeah,
life.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
it's way too triggering.
Well, there
Um,
are some serious A-listers attached to it. It's apparently going to
Mhm.
be record or filming this
Toni
summer.
Collette, I love her. She's the lady in all those horror movies.
Yeah.
I love her.
and among other movies, she's amazing.
Whatever. Anthony Hopkins, dude, they got a horror movie cast in this.
No, I think he has to be the narrator. There's no way.
Oh,
Like,
he's just narrating it. Yeah.
what person? Well, I don't know if you did watch it. What
No, I
person
did.
is
I couldn't even
like
begin. I
90
couldn't even
years
watch
old
the trailer without like getting
getting
way
triggered?
too upset.
Yeah.
Like it's a beautiful story. It's not something I can engage with. No, not at
What
all.
I'm curious about though is are they going to do the like effectively the same thing as have an in-game version of him played
Mhm.
like they did here,
Yep.
or are they going to like drama make drama out of it and like make this like
I
based
think
on
they're
a true
absolutely
story
gonna if
thing?
they're making a movie, it's gonna be based on a true story, and there's an artist who's gonna be making choices, which I think is the best for an adaptation for a movie, maybe not for accuracy.
Well,
There already
especially
is a documentary that tells you what
yeah,
happened.
especially if
So, like,
this
movie
exists.
yeah, if the movie is just a documentary, then it's like, what is it serving? It's gonna be an artistic interpretation, I think.
Which means people are going to be like bawling their eyes out.
Yeah, no, I can't even dude, I saw a TikTok the other day that wasn't about this, it was about the Tauren NPC that was a Make-A-Wish kid,
Oh
and I
yeah,
was bawling my fucking eyes
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Like, I
Well,
can't
because they
fucking
use his
do that.
they use his real voice, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the guy who's just like here's the I'll just kind of run through just a little
yeah,
factoid, but, like, if you're in Mulgore, there's the guy who gives you a quest, and he says, "Can you find my dog?" That's like a Make-A-Wish kid
yeah.
who wanted his character in the game, and
He's
they
like
put
right
his
at a
character
bridge
in
or
other places
something.
in the game. Yeah, and then he died of horrible cancer. It's awful, but he's still in the game. But yeah, if you do, like, the Kyle the Frenzied quests, and you hear the, "Could you find my dog?" That's like an actual kid doing a Tauren voice, so cute. I can't do this stuff. This is not I can't do it.
I'm sorry. Can you do that again, please?
No, I gotta understand I gotta recognize my limits here.
Oh man,
All right, let's talk.
I wasn't even gonna call you out.
Let's talk
So
some player housing. All right, you
Oh
want to start with
no.
the good news or the bad news?
Bad news.
bad news.
Bad news is there is a official real money currency Hearthsteel that is going to
Mhm.
be used for buying home products.
Dude, the fact
In
that
your
there's, like, a currency straight up means they're gonna implement this heavy, right? Like,
well,
it's not
so
just like, "Oh, you can buy stuff, like, every
they
6 months
Well,
we add a
they
housing
outlined
tax."
it saying that it's going to work, and their argument is we feel, and I mean you can agree or disagree. We feel like we've had a good balance of having a good trading post set of
Mhm,
items versus what you might see on the game shop, right?
mhm.
So I think someone, maybe it's in here in this blue post, said it was like a 9-to-1 ratio, right? Like
Yeah.
90% of things will be, all the things that you'd want would be in game only, and as you would expect it,
Mhm,
kind of trading. But they don't want to put things on the trading post to confuse people and make people feel conflicted. So they
mhm.
have this. And there will be, of course, they already have some things that are flagged as shop. I don't, this blue post doesn't have it, but like for example, there's a garden, what are the like cross walls where you can use them to like grow vines with them? The garden,
Trellis?
huh?
Trellis?
I knew Scrap would know the answer what that is. Okay,
Why
so
the
yeah,
fuck wouldn't I know
trellis.
that answer?
The little cross wooden walls that you could use in a garden to make vines
Everybody
grow.
knows what a trellis is. Why
I do not know what a
like
trellis is, and
nobody
I like to
one
think I'm
idea.
a somewhat intellectual person, but
Right.
anyways, the idea is that like I know that's in there because it's flagged as a shop.
Mhm.
But they're gonna have some things in there. You know, like I mean, you've seen the mounts they put on the store. Like they're insanely beautiful sometimes. We'll
Yeah.
probably have some things that people have FOMO about, and it will cost money, of course, which sucks. So I wanted to
Yeah,
ask you guys: Is
yeah.
this really gonna dampen your feeling about player housing?
I hope not.
Nope.
This doesn't dampen my feeling because I think if
I just
anybody's
know.
surprised by this, like, what the fuck kind of rock do you
Well,
live under? Of
they did
course
warn it would
exactly.
happen. They did
monetize
say
this.
it was gonna happen at the get
Yeah,
Yeah.
go.
I feel
But
the
even
exact
without
same
them
way.
saying, like, you got to know, like, this is a collectible not tied to player power. That means they can monetize it. That's the kind of thing
Mhm.
I want them to monetize if they're going to monetize stuff, like stuff that isn't like, pay to win. This is just pay to decorate, which is fine. I get by mostly without buying. I've bought. I mean, I think I've not bought any mounts off the off
Other
the
than the ones you
store.
get for free, quote unquote.
Yeah, the ones I get for my 6-month sub. So this isn't like I probably won't buy anything, but I also feel more lenient about this, especially if it's like I mean what they do with the Sims, that they have like stuff packs that are like $5, that have like a ton of things. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, this is like a beach stuff pack and it's
Mhm.
$5. I could see myself spending $5 on something like that. Now what I hope my absolute dream for this, which I don't think they're gonna do because they haven't done it in any way before, is that can Hearthsteel be earned in game,
With
like,
gold, yeah.
without spending money? You what?
With gold,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I guess there's that, but it would just be cool if there was, like, a way for me to earn those items, and it's like, oh, like, if you work towards this item, like, maybe you have to, like, build this exotic chair or something, and it takes, like, a month to build, or you can just buy it with Hearthsteel. Like, that would be cool, that way I can access these items without paying for it if I just was patient and I was willing to work for
Well,
something.
well, that does
Hmm?
So you
exist, right? Sorry.
you can only get this from the shop.
Okay, these are, like, only shop
Yeah, no,
items.
but
Yeah,
like in that scenario, Scrap, if you were to
yep,
say, I need 200,000 gold to buy a token, right? A wild
yeah.
token,
No,
which
no,
is
but no, that's not. I get it that you do tokens, but what I'm thinking is like the only example I can think of is like Pokemon Go monetization, where you can earn the currency that you spend on stuff. You can also buy it, but you can
yeah,
earn it
like
too.
most mobile games will
It's
do.
slower and you have to play the game more, but like everything that you could buy in Pokemon Go, some things you can't, but like most 90% of the things you can buy by playing the game as opposed to spending money on it. Like spending
Well,
money
that
is just like the pay to
gold
like
is
do
that
it
currency though,
faster.
right? Like, okay, so for example, you said earlier building a chair, right, would take
Yeah,
six months in game, for example.
yeah.
Well, building other things that you can sell in the auction house effectively is the same thing, right?
Mhm.
You're just not building a chair, but you are contributing, and I'm putting in air quotes there, contributing
It-
towards the
yeah.
building of something, and that is getting you gold, which is the currency, and
I'll,
then you
I'll tell you
trade it.
what. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say then you trade it for a
Yeah.
token, and then you get that token for $20 on the Battle.net store.
Let me tell you what I want to avoid. When I see people rolling around on the store mounts, I'm like, that guy's a dork. Like, because you spent money on a mount when there's plenty of good mounts in the game. Like, you
That
absolutely
guy's a
dork.
dork.
I don't want people to go in my house and see that I have like the ultimate beach chair and be like, holy shit, what a dork. Like, I want there to be a possibility that I could have earned it instead of like opening my wallet because I think it's cringe.
Do you
So
think there's ever a scenario where they're gonna have the Brutosaur type kind of thing, where an auction house can be in your house?
Uh, that would be insane. Like, I hope not. That would be I think that would be pushing it a lot. If you could have an auction house in your house, it's like, why ever leave my fucking house? I would
I
love if there's a way that we can earn an auction house for the community, like for the island. Um, but I hope that it's not tied to money.
I owe
Like,
you were gonna say something.
Yeah, how do you get the Hearthsteel now? Is this something you have to always buy with money, or?
Yes. Well, you buy it
Okay.
through BNet balance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so what does it? It gets you just individual items then.
They I don't know if they
Um,
necessarily like they probably will do both, right? They'll have like one really cool item maybe for her steel, or
Mhm.
as Scrap said, like a pack. Hey,
Yeah,
it's
stuff
the
packs
summer
would be
fun
cool.
pack,
Oh,
and
gotcha,
it's
gotcha.
1,000 Hearthsteel, right? Maybe it's more, there's the both are viable, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah. If they're selling packs with like multiple housing items, not just like this fucking stupid chair for like $1, I'm not gonna buy a stupid chair for $1. But if they sell a pack with like here's like here's Christmas items or something. Like it's like, okay, I'll buy the fucking $5 pack. That's an easy microtransaction for me. Like,
Did they say why they had to do it this way and not with actual money?
I don't know. So
Because if
it's
they do
more
it with actual money,
gamified.
then you can't play it in game to get it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they're opening the door as Scrap wants to be able to play the game and earn it one way or another. Again, maybe it takes
Yep.
forever, but it can be done. And then on top of that, they're separating it from traders tenders because they don't want to
Be
make
able to
people
buy
feel
traders
pressured. Well, make people
That
feel
makes
pressured
sense.
to choose between transmog that they really like versus in-home, because you only get so much without
Right.
buying it.
I don't want them to touch the traders tendies at all. I think that is
Well, they're
working
not, so,
perfectly.
yeah.
And I've been consistently impressed with the quality of work they put out with the traders tender, and for them to have kept up with it for 3 years, like still like really cool high quality items.
And let me guess, it's one of the
Awesome.
reasons you kept your sub this entire time.
It is the only reason I'm not
You
fucking
said
kidding,
this
dude.
last week.
Well, my opinions don't change week to week. Like, so I have to say them.
All right, let's keep the housing news moving with some good news.
Yeah.
Here's some really creative things that people have been doing with their the PTR test that they had. I'm gonna try to make sure that there's no audio. So here's someone who took, that skybox room we talked
Make
about.
it big. I can't see it.
Well, hold on. So they
Okay,
took
I
the
can't-
skybox room and they like walled it off to make it look like it's a window outside,
Oh,
and then used forced perspective to like make, for example, these
small
trees are small.
trees.
Well, they have a well there. Here, I'll see if I can back up here.
Yeah.
So you can see he
Go
walks
for
up to it and it's like as small as him. And
Oh.
so going back to where it looked like outside his window. There we go. So it looks
I love it.
really cool, right? Now, granted, we're not sure if the skybox room is going to exist, but that's what they did currently. They got a puzzle home where they had like you would open doors and go from room to room. Again, that sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, parkour challenge room or something.
Yeah,
Cool.
like just like a fun house kind of thing.
Mhm.
They turned a house into a torn tent.
Aw.
So they like walled it off to make it look like it's a tent. And I think they even
love
set it
that.
up. Let me see. There was I think they set it up so that like they covered the house with it.
Oh,
Or no,
The
maybe they did
outside
this,
was also tent.
maybe they did this in the skybox one.
Oh, I
Um,
see. So that you could. There's an outside. This
Yeah.
is the skybox room
Yeah.
then.
Maybe.
Dude, I love
okay,
the skybox room. I didn't realize that wasn't confirmed. That they might not do skybox room.
And then
Mm.
someone covered their house in rocks to make it. To make it look like it's an actual
They live in a
cave that they're
cave?
living in. Which I
Oh,
thought,
cool.
and I'm again, this is like, someone who's probably feeling a little rushed to get it done.
Mhm.
Imagine I just wanted to call this out because imagine the creativity people are going to come up with.
Yeah.
Finding a way that's not bug breaking, right? Like they just got clever
Mhm.
with the way that they use their assets
Yep.
and made a cave instead of a house. I'm just so excited. I'm getting more and more excited about player housing. We're
Dude,
less than a
I
month
love
away.
this because like if you've ever played Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster, you know how
Yeah.
how necessary rock work is. Like
Yep.
if you go and like you watch YouTube videos about Planet Zoo, people are always talking about rock work. Like how's your rock work? You're gonna use rock work here, you use rock work there. It's blending the in-game rocks to make it look like there's like a cliff or
Yeah.
a wall or like like those natural like barriers between exhibits and things like that. So this is some rock work shit. I love it. It's awesome. Like I'm all about this.
And this is with people again who
I don't have this creativity, man.
I don't
I'll build your
either.
house,
I don't.
Lithian.
But Lithian, that's the thing. That's what I'm most excited about. I'm like want to watch. Oh my God, YouTube's gonna blow up with this stuff. It's just gonna be nonstop.
It is.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, there's like a huge community of like of YouTubers like centered around like Planet Zoo, Sims, Planet Coaster and stuff who are just like, here's how you make like a floating island in Planet Coaster or something. It's like, dude, and those have, tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views. Like this is going to make a whole new content community.
Let's see if I have a bookmark.
Oh, Baja Blast.
Here it is. Okay. So there's someone who made a Discord to go and share
Mhm.
all player housing stuff. So
Oh, I
Marvel-
will be checking this shit out.
So Lexstraza, at Lexstraza, if you're wanting except for player housing, promo a new housing Discord that she's been hanging out on. Boom, right there. If you want to copy and paste that. But anyways, yeah, I mean, like this is where I might jump into this just to say like cool screenshots. I think they said that if it's not already in there, they're gonna add ability to like import things like through string text. But I feel like I'd have more fun like kind of trying to make it myself, you know. So I'm all in on this. I'm super
But
excited.
you also like to take tips and be like, "Oh, how can I adjust that to what I
Yeah.
wanna do?" Like,
Yeah.
but knowing what can be done and, like, just, like, engaging with this kind of content is gonna make you, like, a more creative and more, like, skilled house builder, I guess.
It's gonna be so
Like,
much fun. I know Lithian, you're
I
not big on it, but it's gonna be so much fun.
totally.
I think there's a community out there that will enjoy this, and I think it's if it is successful and they decide to really carry it forward, I think there's an opportunity for them to an avenue to create a new player base that wants to just do this stuff, and I think that's okay.
Do you guys want to hear what the music will sound like in your house when you're in there?
Sure.
They added
I
it.
don't have
Is
a
it gonna be
record player in my
Everbloom
house.
Faire or what?
Can you hear it?
Oh, I don't have
Yeah.
your sound on.
Oh, it's cute.
It's interesting.
Now, I still
Sounds very dwarven to me, like Grizzly Hills
well, so I think this is the Alliance
or
side of it.
Ironforge. Oh, Alliance, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
because they have here.
You're gonna hear the Horde one. Is it gonna be like drums and shit?
Oh.
Ooh, it's very epic.
Razor Winds.
Yeah.
Is-
Oh.
I think Leo
Yeah,
Kalinsky is the
I
guy.
gotta have the
That would be. All right. Anyway, so I just wanted to call out. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pick our music right off the get go, but that does seem like something that would be a big. Like,
I'll be listening
patch.
to Spotify anyway, so.
I don't know. I kind of.
I'm just
I for the little first start of it, I probably will listen to the in-game music.
Yeah,
Just-
I like really when when I start a new expansion, you know me, I don't come in Discord for like days. I want to do the quests myself. I want to listen to the music,
Yeah,
hear the voice acting. I want to be
I like
immersed in
that.
what they're sending. You like shut up, Lithian. You miss me. But yeah,
What?
I want to get the whole.
I
I
miss
want to
you.
really be immersed. That's the thing that I fell in love with WoW for. So I do check out the soundtracks for sure.
I really hope they do like in time add more music options, like a record player kind of thing.
Oh,
Just
they're
an
gonna
aside,
have
real quick.
to.
Did you know there's an app out there? I think it's Nintendo's music app where you can listen to the Animal Crossing music in real time. Like it has it based off the time.
Oh,
of
like it
day.
has what time of day?
Yeah, yeah.
Cute.
Awesome.
That's cool. I did not
Yeah,
know that.
I might throw that on for a little while.
Yeah, that'd
Um,
be super cute.
But yeah, like the Animal Crossing music is a good example of that, where it's like the vibe really kind of sets the tone for how I'm like engaging with it. So this I wouldn't say this is like, oh my god, so amazing, but I think it's like
Yeah.
a good first wave of music, and hopefully they continue to add on it.
Dude, if
I
they
want my
said
Grizzly
they
Hills
weren't
though.
gonna put music in it, I would be pissed. So I'm glad they're
Well, they're
putting
definitely
music.
putting music. I wouldn't not.
Well, you say that, but I won't go in. I won't. I was gonna say something about the login
Yeah,
screen, but
yeah.
I'm gonna stop myself. I'm
Scrap.
gonna stop
What
You and the
zone
login
doesn't
screen,
have
dude.
music? I mean, they have music, whether it be
What-
like rehashed
What
music. I don't
expansion
know.
doesn't have a login screen? I'm just president. I'm sorry.
The
It
war with him.
really is a big sticking point for me. I know it's
We
like a meme,
know.
but it
We
is.
know.
Like the
Okay,
dumbest thing.
okay. I don't want you to think I'm just beating the horse for no reason. I'm beating the horse because it took my money. Like
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
let's wrap it up. I
Beating
thought
off
we
the
wouldn't have a
horse.
long episode today. Look at me being
you
a
think
fool.
that every fucking
Every
week. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, that's because we went on a tangent again about your damn survival hunter.
Also
So
not a meme. That was 5 minutes. Okay, let me have my tangents.
Io was ready to jump through the screen and strangle us. Io, by the way,
I
Io,
might-
was there
I just-
anything
I
that
just ignored it.
was there anything that Scrap interrupted you on that you wanted to get a chance to?
No, not really. Not this time, at least.
Okay.
What about
Um,
me? I think the login screen is great.
No,
Well-
I'm not even gonna put up with you. Oh, you flashbanged me.
Sorry, real quick. I want to promote it. I said it earlier in the episode.
Flashbang CEO.
The screen is
Please,
so bright, dude.
yes, I know. Please, on Saturday, November, was that 15th? Make sure. Yep, Saturday, November 15th. We will be doing the 24-hour stream for Extra Life, starting at midnight Friday night through Saturday night midnight. We will start with, I'll probably do some beta stuff for WoW. I'll probably do some keys for WoW, but there will also be Mario Kart probably. We'll have Jackbox we always play. We might do Among Us like we always try to end on Among Us.
Chained together.
Chained together, maybe.
Peak.
Peak, I'm sure.
And Minecraft.
But that said, there will be tons of opportunities for you to jump into the stream and play with us. Or if you want to donate your your Prime membership, again, I will match those memberships, those donations with you and donate them on your behalf to the stream as well. We're trying to get $2,000 this year. We've hit it pretty much every year.
Past 2
So
years.
yeah,
I've
at
been-
least. So again, please jump in and play with us. And if you have any ideas for great games, leave a comment below. I'd love to know a great game that is a good like multiplayer game that we can try and have a good laugh on, because really, we also want to have a lot of fun too. So just wanted to put that out there. Okay, last words. Anything you guys have been watching that Scrap? You're not doing no WoW, so what are you engaging with? What's the hot
So-
thing?
I've had a bit of a chaotic week, so I've just been kind of still playing video games. But I think next week I want to try to not play video games either. Like I'm just gonna work on some art and some writing and stuff like that.
You're gonna be so bored.
Well, I'm hoping I'll be bored enough to be productive because there's like a bunch of shit projects I'm behind on this year. But yeah, this week I've been playing a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon, a little bit of Peak, just like games that I won't get too sucked into, so I don't just like replace one addiction with another one.
You've been sucked into Peak. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah,
Literally-
the fact that I've
literally will
managed.
DM me. Let me know if you want a Peak.
This is my personality. Is that like
At
I'm
midnight.
trying to turn Peak into like WoW. Like
Yeah.
I want to spend 12 hours a week minimum playing Peak. I need to cut that out. So next week we're gonna do less. I won't say no video games, but less video games week. And then hopefully by the third week I can do no video games. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. That's my goals.
All right. Lith, are you big on anything right now? Anything that people should know that isn't WoW related?
Did you say IO?
Sorry.
Yeah, IO.
You cut out for a second. No, you're good. I didn't hear, so I just wasn't sure.
I think I said Lith, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Go on, Io. Go on, Io.
No, fine. Repo just had an update. Been playing that. That's been pretty fun.
Should we play that
and
on
I
the
just,
stream?
Yeah, I think we should. I think it'd be really funny.
It's a funny game.
And I just started the new Silent Hill F today, so still pretty early into it. It seems like even on the hard difficulty, it still feels like it's maybe a little too easy in the combat, but we'll see how it goes as I get through. But that's been fun. So that's been it for me.
Cool. Lith?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it.
You know what? All right, I'll help you out here, Lith. Are we gonna watch that new what is it, Blueberry show on Apple TV?
Blueberry?
I just watched the first episode.
Oh, was it good?
It was good. It was something. It's a little different. So now I got to watch the second episode because I don't want to ruin it, but it's I thought it was interesting. I'll say that.
I have made the commitment because like Scrap, I'm trying to also not play as much WoW just for my own sanity.
Yeah, I think
so
we're
I've
all
made the
cutting back a
commitment.
little bit.
Well, and it's just from a personal note. Like it would be to the point where I would say, okay, Tuesday and Thursday's raid, and then we had like E-team night on Friday. And then like I would try to find either some nights to spend with my wife, but my wife like goes to bed really early. So
That's the same situation I'm in. Is my husband is a teacher, so he goes to bed really early, and so I got to do other stuff.
my wife always gets mad. She's like, I want to watch shows, so I'm gonna try to like be a little more. But like she falls asleep in the first minute. I tried to watch Andor with her, which was fucking amazing.
That's still good bonding
Oh.
time though. Like even if she falls asleep in the first minute, like
No, it's 1 minute. It's like, oh my
No,
god.
but for, like I understand as a wife, sometimes that's like
That
I
means
just,
a lot to her, is what you're saying.
That's
Okay,
that's good bonding
Fair
time
enough,
too.
fair enough,
You
okay.
know, even if I
So-
fall asleep in 1 minute.
I'm gonna watch that. I need to catch up, I think, on Gen V and all the boys stuff. I haven't caught up on that in a while. Didn't you watch it? I ask you, or am I?
The Plebriscer.
No.
show?
Gen V, not the boys. I don't know if you.
Gen V. No, I don't.
Gen
watch
V
either of
apparently had a
those.
really good season, so I'm gonna watch that.
I was
Gen
watching
V,
the boys.
Gen V was good. No,
But
no,
it
boy,
got
I watched
bad.
boys. I watched boys.
I didn't watch most of the new season because I thought it sucked. So
Yeah, it did. It did.
That's
It
fair.
went bad. It went bad pretty quick.
Well,
Yep.
I need to catch up on it because the final season's coming soon. But yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna go see Running Man this weekend. Looking forward to that.
Oh, Running
It's
Man.
gonna be good.
Nice.
Edgar Wright, man, killer. All right, Well, we are under 2 hours for the first time in a while.
Uh-oh, you want to fill?
Nice.
You want me to fill some time talking
Yeah,
about
you
Survival
want to
Hunter?
vape about
Yeah,
something,
let's
yap about something?
let's talk
No,
about
I'm
the
good.
Prey feature in Midnight.
No, I've got.
Oh, the
I'll save that
Prey.
for next
Yeah.
week. I'll save that for
Yeah.
next week. Okay. Well, actually, we may not have an episode. We may just skip the episode altogether. But beta is coming out because of the charity stream. We might just kind of be a little overwhelmed. However, maybe we'll rally and get an episode in for you next week. But if
Well,
not,
maybe
you
we'll
can-
do a short episode.
Yeah,
Nah.
we're incapable of it. We're incapable of short episodes.
Yeah. But I mean, don't you think you're gonna play beta on Tuesday and
Of
Wednesday?
course.
Maybe we
And I'm
could
gonna
bust
put- I'm
out one
gonna-
on Thursday.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play
like
it
an
on the
episode
stream too. Like
Thursday?
we're gonna have a lot to talk about. So maybe we have one. But just understand if we don't, it's because we're just trying to like recover from the stream. But if you don't see us next week, you will certainly see us the following week.
Well, what excuse do they have to not see us next week? They don't. They're not gonna have a 2-hour podcast. They're gonna have a 24-hour stream to watch. So get on that.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Okay. So I thought
Yeah.
you were saying what excuse is like the excuse is I'm going to be exhausted, but I see what you're
No,
saying.
the excuse for the
They're
viewers.
going to have content is what you're saying.
They will have content.
Okay.
Come and watch me yank Frank off a cliff and chain together. It's going to be even more aggressive than the podcast
Oh my
is.
goodness.
Yep.
That said, again, show up for the stream, donate if you can. Otherwise, see you on beta. And we appreciate y'all watching. Like and subscribe, help us grow. BlizzCon's coming. And we will have another episode out of Around the Mage Table soon. Until then, enjoy the beta. We'll see y'all later. Take care.
Join the charity stream.